Yo, what's up? Yeah, we're starting it live with everybody here. Yeah, nobody thought that was gonna happen, but it's happening. Yes, what's happening, guys? I had everybody backstage. We were just hanging out, and I was like, you know what? I'll see you guys on the stream, bring you in. But I just want to kick it off. It's a big Sunday. Steve is clearly wearing his Patriots jersey. Travis is still wearing the Panthers cap. Shout out to him. But guys, I'm pumped. I'm pumped because I finally get to kick it with you guys, get to kick it with the chat. Welcome to episode 118 of the weekly comic wrap up. Hang tight. I do want to just give a quick plug before we go and around the horn, say hi to everyone. Comic Legion tomorrow night goes live for their new comic book day claim sale. Of course, at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure to check them out over on YouTube. And yeah, you guys know already. And if you don't, it's hosted by Lefteros and by Chia. They're always bringing some fire books outside of the new comic book day claim sales as well. So it's always a good time. If you might find something you've been looking for quite some time. So make sure to tune in. Again, the Lefteros, Chia Pet, and the crew's always kicking it. Everyone here almost in the chat ends up being there as well. So it's always nice to see you guys there. And yeah, man, good times. Of course, don't forget 7 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. I want to normally plug the This is Steve moment, but Steve's already here, guys. That's right. Steve is here. Travis is here. We're going to kick the show off right away with everybody. Travis, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since you came here on Sundays. I see you every week, but how you been, man?
I've been good. It feels good to be back on Sundays. It feels right, Lando. It feels right. And now I'm here with Steve, and I'm clearly here for Steve only. But I'm so excited to be here. I'm so happy to be here back with the chat. You guys are amazing. Got my heart broken a little bit last night, but it's okay. We persevere. That's what we're going to do. But yeah, been pretty good, man. How about you?
I'm good, dude. You were sending me a ton of videos yesterday live from the Panthers game.
I was very excited.
And dude, like it was like what I think 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I'm like, yo, congrats! Like this is crazy, dude. This is like you guys need to get that W. You need to get that W. And sure enough,
heartbroken.
Yeah.
But it's all right. It happens. We're a year ahead. That's all that matters. We're good. We're fine.
Dude, honestly though, Panthers had a killer season. Season. They played their heart out yesterday. It was their game to lose. And unfortunately they did because I felt like they could have gone way more. Way more. There was a lot of fuel in that tank, but it just came up short.
Yep, it happens. That's the way it goes. But hey, we'll be back next year. So
yeah. And Steve, man, what's going on, bro?
Not much, man. Not much. Nervous watching this game at the same time.
I know. I just checked the score. It's 3-3. So that's part of why I want to make sure you stay on out the gate. Let us know the score as we go by. It was a big weekend for football for sure, but tons of other things happening, of course, in the comic book world, which we're going to talk about. It is episode 118, guys. We're just a few subscribers from 1,000, and of course, once we get to 1,000, well, we're gonna celebrate. How? Well, we give stuff away. That's how we do things here. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and all that good jazz. Shout out to the chat. I see you all. I'm highlighting you as we go. Appreciate every single one of you. The Discord, guys, there's a link in the description of this video. The Discord has been popping, man. It is crazy to see how much information, dude, drops there every single.
If you've ever been looking for a place just to like fire off shots at me at all hours of the day, that's where it happens. I wake up to at least one shot fired at me every single day. So if you're into throwing it, that's where you need to be.
I love it. It's true. Yeah, I'm mostly responsible for that. I would say myself and Chia tend to go overboard. It's funny because I was talking to Steve today, and he's like, he was asking me a question about like the Comic Legion pickups, and I'm like, yeah, dude, they dropped a message, and he's like, well, listen, I'm overwhelmed with all these messages. That's what it is, dude. It's all day long, multiple chats, of course, some that are just related specifically to this show, some related to just comic talk, some sports, etc., music. So it's awesome. If you guys are down to obviously kick it with us and continue the talks even after the show, you're more than welcome. Hit that link in the description of the video, and yeah, man, let's just kick it. No weird stuff. You get weird, you're gone. You're gone. Travis is on thin ice. That's all I'm gonna say.
At all times. At all times.
Exactly.
I entered on thin ice. It's a provisionary membership only. I mean, we're not sure if it's gonna stick.
I love it, dude. It's so funny. Like, you've lost your voice. How much screaming did you do yesterday?
So much. It's actually better now than it was today. When I woke up this morning, I got no high notes. Like, if I laugh, it goes away. So I'm gonna try not to laugh tonight because it's gonna sound. I sound like I'm straight up from like a mid '90s, early 2000s stoner movie laugh. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? One of those. It's done. It's done.
I love it. Just make sure you got yourself a nice warm tea there, or you have lukewarm water. What's going on? He's got both. He's got both. I love it. But all right, guys, let's just kick it off, man. We're going to dive straight into the FOC selections of the week. So with that, Travis and Steve, are you ready?
Let's get it.
Do it.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey guys, it's the FOC selections of the week by our brother Lefteros, and of course Covrprice. You can check out all of the information related to why Lefteros picked these picks over on the Covrprice website. But before that is even an option, we're gonna go and dive right into that here tonight, because Lefteros has a big list for us this week. It is a nasty FOC, guys. Before I even get into it, it's heavy. It's heavy. It's been a minute since it was heavy like this.
Yeah, I mean, it looks awesome. I can't wait. There's so many good things, and some that, like, I'm just gonna say are like best covers of the series so far. So get ready for that.
You know what? Yeah. So good timing. Good timing. You guys know I lost in the final of our football pool, right? And with that still came a small reward. And let me tell you, thank God it did, because tonight's FOC is a big one. If you live in the United States, you want to order any of these books, you can go check out comicnation.us. They give you 15% off Covrprice every single week. Get an additional 5% off by using discount code Black Crown. And of course, Canada, we've got Comic Legion. We spoke about them just at the beginning, but they also offer FOC on the website. It's comiclegion.ca. 20% off every single week, but get an additional 5% off your order if it's your first order by using discount code ENLIST. We're starting with a banger, guys. We're starting with a banger. Let's go straight into this. We've got Absolute Batman issue 16, man. First cover appearance of Absolute Hawkman. Possible Absolute Lex Luthor appearance. Cool. But man, what a cover, dude. This cover is insanely beautiful. Absolute Superman has caught fire officially. It took time, but it's here.
Yeah, man. This we've been waiting forever for it, right? And this, I'm glad you started with this one, because I didn't. That's an accidental segue, ladies and gentlemen. This is the best cover in this series so far, and I have no problem saying that. I am obsessed with this. This looks so good. I love Hawkman. I love the fact that we're getting this. And Rafa Sandoval, I'm sure you're here. I'm sure you're in the show right now listening. So as you're here, this is freaking insane, dude. I love it. I cannot get enough of this cover. I have looked at it multiple times today. It is epic. I'm going to buy multiples of these. I already have them on, pull list, but I'm getting more. I love this thing.
Yeah. Steve, you're caught up on Absolute Superman?
I haven't started Absolute Superman. I tried. And I haven't continued. I'm sorry. I was just about to say, I'm like, shit, this is the only one I haven't read yet. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. It's honestly, I've heard nothing but good things, so like, I'm definitely excited to start it. But I got sucked into the Ultimates universe, so right now I'm there.
Yeah, those wings are as big as Spawn's cape. That is huge. That is huge. Absolutely. But yes, this is a pickup for me. And it goes without saying, start Absolute Batman. Why are you hurting me? Says Cliff in the chat. Yeah, I mean, Steve got his reads. We're going to talk about that immediately after FOC. But moving on, this is a big one, guys. Smile for the Camera. This one being the cover A. Based on the critically acclaimed Smile film franchise from Parker Finn. I love this cover, but dude, there's a lot of nice covers, especially the 1-in-100 incentive, which is also available as a trade if you don't want to pay that 1-in-100 price tag. man, the trade looks equally good. I know you hear me say this almost weekly, but there's this one. There's even a it's like some fashion magazine style cover for this one, dude. That looks so good. They all look great, and I'm picking this up.
This is sick. Did you see Smile? I haven't seen it.
Nope, haven't watched it.
I heard it was good, but I'm scared of scary movies. So
you're scared of scary movies?
Yes, I don't
Well,
like.
that kind of
movies.
makes sense.
I don't like it. I'll watch them, but I ain't gonna like it.
It depends, dude. Like, I don't know, man. Steve, I know you've obviously watched many scary movies, but when it comes to that genre of like horror, like, do you prefer more the ghost stuff? You know what I mean? The paranormal stuff. Do you like more the?
I think I'm gonna go more in the gory
Slasher?
section. I'll go more slasher because I think paranormal shit is gonna keep me up at night.
Yeah,
Really?
it does, doesn't it? That
Yeah.
shit's fucking scary, dude.
Yeah, that's
I
gonna
can't
keep me
do
up
it.
at night for a few nights. So yeah, I'll go slasher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can deal with a good slasher movie. That's not a problem at all. And like gore and stuff, that doesn't bother me whatsoever. But you start making me watch some crap that makes my head spin a little bit, or somebody else's head spin. I'm out. I'm out. Peace out, dog.
Well, I dig this. Like I said, there's also the awesome 1 in 100, and of course, also available as a trade. So yeah, I really like all the covers that are available for this issue dropping. So really, really like those. But moving on, Ultimate Endgame has come out. Everybody talking about the issues with the actual blind bags. The Ultimate Universe seems to be coming to a close. Ultimate X-Men 24 is, unfortunately, for some, very few, going to be the final issue of the Peach Momoko run that we saw. I'll be fully transparent with you guys. It did not hit for me one bit. I completely fell off. I don't know what it was, man. I really don't know. The characters didn't strike me as, oh my god, like I need to continue reading this series. The artwork took me some time, and then even at that, it didn't jive. Like, I don't know. I was completely thrown off by it. But it's okay if you like it, guys. Everyone's got their own taste. Nobody's saying anything bad. It just didn't do it for me. Travis, what do you think?
Don't not read it because Lando didn't read it. I mean, come on. No, I actually read the first 5 issues of the series. And you know how it goes. You start buying a series, and then you start buying too many series, and you have to cut somewhere. And I had to cut this one because there was a lot going on, and this one wasn't grabbing me quite as much. I think now that we are like at the end of the 24 issue run, I feel like this might be like a good time for me to just pick it all up and read it through.
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea that's a 24 issue run. Like, it feels like I could probably, grab it, get all of the issues and just have the whole set, just because it's cool that it's Peach's, Peach's full series, drawn and written and all that stuff. I think that's neat. I think it'd be a neat thing to have in your collection if you like Peach, and I do.
Of course.
But it was just one of those that like I kind of fell off, and it was that plus, you can only buy so many series at one time. So yeah, it was cool. It looks great. I mean, the series looks awesome. But it was just one of those I had to let go of. But now that it's at the end, I think I might go back and try to finish it up. I mean, if Lefteris is saying that people are loving the way that ended, so that might be something to look into.
Yeah, now he's totally got me curious about how this is going to come to a close. But Steve, I mean, Momoko is somewhat new to you when it comes to art style, right? What do you think of this out the gate? Like, just looking at the art.
I actually started reading this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I think I'm at issue 18.
Wow. I started this morning. I'm almost done the entire run.
Steve is everything I wish I was when it comes to comics at this point in my life.
I'll tell you, I had no kids at home today, so it was a little easier to read, But I think that when it comes to the series, if you're a manga fan, it's right up your alley.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like I enjoyed it. Story's cool. It's not giving me much of an X-Men vibe, but it's giving me, it's giving me what I want out of the series. So I'm really enjoying with the story, where it's going. So I'm on board for this.
I think that's a good point, man. Like, I think that might be it. Like, I think you might have just stumbled on it. You said it's not really giving you an X-Men vibe. That might be why I feel like I didn't maybe latch on. Like it did have a different vibe to it, and
it's not what we're used to for sure. So it's like, if
Yeah.
you're not
Totally different.
if you're expecting an X-Men comic book series, it's not what you're gonna get, but you're gonna
Yeah.
get something kind of similar in a manga style, which is right up my alley.
That's awesome. Yeah. I think it's probably one. It's probably one I'm gonna have to just pick up as like a collection, or just buy all the issues individually and a collected edition or something, and read through it, because I do want to finish it, because I do like the kind of I don't know, maybe the novel aspect of it being all peach all the way through, and it being a full run. I think that's neat. So
You know what? I like what Recon is saying here, how it's the absolute Martian Manhunter of the Ultimate Universe, and that is so fitting and well said, dude.
I can
Love
see
that.
I can see that. Yeah, for sure.
And Chad, yeah, no, you know what? You're right as well. The dabbler is always dabbling. That's what he's doing, man. He's just dabbling. But yes, Ultimate X-Men's coming to a close. I definitely need to keep an eye out for this. I want to see what how it's going to close out. Lefteros is saying there's some good positive feedback from this, so I may have to jump back on. But Punisher #1, this one has a Maliv variant that is apparently classified, unrevealed. We're not going to know apparently until later, as we get closer to release, of course. Some of you, I don't know, maybe some people have already seen this, but we all know how this works when it comes to Marvel. These classified, who knows? Might be a big one. And when I see classified, I tend to just pre-order anyways, because it's like, what, $4? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a low buy-in.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'll probably get it. I have bought more Punisher themed books in the last couple of months than I've probably bought in my life intentionally. I always get them as like, bulk. You always get them like, oh, here's 100 comics for, $30. Okay, cool, whatever. And there's always a bunch of Punisher and stuff in there, but yeah, I've been buying a little bit more Punisher lately. Some of these new series, it's just like, I don't know, I'm kind of into it. Let's do it.
Yeah, just a quick shout out, because I haven't sent the photo yet, but I did take pictures. Guyuch is in the house. Guy Forge, guys. Every Sunday we tend to send back and forth what we're eating, and it was pasta, rosé, threw in some pancetta. You know how it works. So shout out to Guy. But yeah, dude. I was seeing a lot of comments when it comes to the Punisher now, obviously having a new volume that's going to come out with this one. People were saying, man, why not just keep the red band going? And I kind of agree, because the red band is brutally good. Like, it is so Frank Castle on steroids, dude. I love it. And so I hope they continue with that. You know what I mean? I want to see balls to the wall, like Punisher at 100%. They could have done that, but obviously not the case. We're getting it here. Lots of great covers available as well. And speaking of that, well, Steve may have not caught up on Punisher reads, but I would assume he's maybe seen the Punisher show, and there's a cover available for that as well. So there you go. But moving on, man, speaking covers, what an amazing cover by Forns. Forns been killing it on all covers lately, man. On the DC side, Batgirl issue 16, cover B. Look at this, man. The colors, it pops. Everything about this is so sick. This is a cover grab for me this week.
Yeah, I gotta have this. I love this design. I love everything about it. It feels like one of those covers that you're gonna see kind of pop up again and again and again. Like, it has that vibe to it. So I'm all in on this one. This is definitely probably the first Batgirl book I've bought in a minute, but well deserved at this point.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. If it's this if it's this bright, I'm picking it up.
Yeah.
That's what's scary. I don't want to order it and it's like dark. You know what I mean?
It won't be the case.
It's a seriously good cover. I mean, this is really, really, really good. So
Steve likes these like neon bright colors. Like I'm sure he's got tracksuits from the 90s, dude.
I do.
I'm sure you got
them old Reeboks.
You have to see my snowboarding gear. You can see me from the bottom of the mountain.
You're one of those, right? To the Flash guy coming down the hill.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah, this is awesome. And there's nothing wrong with a neon tracksuit.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know, man. I've had some horrible Kappa tracksuits in my time, dude.
Look, there's no distinct, unless you're a secret agent, there's no distinct disadvantage in someone hearing you walking to you over a mile away.
the fucking windbreaker. But anyways, man, Batgirl 16, this pure cover grab for me this week. Moving on though, Batman 6 is also a wicked Valentine's Day cover by Zulo, and you know, I love Zulo. The work that Zulo does, she's always got these themes for specific holidays, etc. This one's coming out around Valentine's. I believe this is a Valentine's Day one as well. So really cool. If you're a fan of Zulo, always fun to pick these up.
I love Chrissy Zulo. One of my absolute favorite artists doing things now. Like that was a terrible sentence structure there. Holy crap. No, but Zulo's work is so recognizable now. And I know we've talked about it before. It's like sometimes Cliff, sometimes artists get to that point where like, we talk about it with Scotty Young, with a lot of these artists where you don't need to see who did, like you don't need to see anything written. Like, exactly what artist that is. And Chrissy has gotten to this point where, you walk into a shop and you see one of her books on the shelf and you're like, that's Chrissy Zulo immediately. And there are some artists that you're like, oh, is that this person or this person? I'm not sure which one it is, because there's some that are like eerily similar. I can't pull any off the top of my head, but there are some where I'm like, oh, that's a so-and-so, and it's actually somebody else. But like Chrissy has a very unique, identifiable style, and I think for me, that's a really cool thing to have as an artist, because it just makes your work stand out. And there's a lot of artists, there's a lot of comics, there's a lot of publishers. I mean, there's a lot coming out, and to be able to make yourself stand out on a wall of books is a real talent. And that's why I think Chrissy Zulo is absolutely crushing it right now.
Yep. Exactly, man. And like Comic Nation said, man, Zulo is another cover artist that finds its way into my boxes, and that's exactly it, dude. Man, just the Halloween ones, I picked up so many. The Christmas ones from like not the year that just not 2025. I'm talking 2024, dude. Like I loaded on those because they were just so neat. You know what I mean? Like all good.
And just nice person too. So like that's always helpful. I mean, it's not always helpful, but it's like it's a cool thing, like some people are easy to cheer for, right? And so when you see that up there, you're like, oh yeah, she's cool. I had a conversation with her. She's very nice. Like, you know what I mean? Like, good for her. So yeah, very neat.
Exactly. Steve, you like these?
Yeah, it looks good. I'm not familiar with her work, but piqued my interest, so I guess I'm gonna do some research.
There you go. Yeah.
She always does these collections. Like it's like they're always themed, and they all look really cool. Like it's like Lando said, there was a Christmas theme, and it was so fun and very whimsical.
Exactly. But Batman 6, the Zulo cover, keep an eye out for that one. Up next, this is the Punisher TV one I was talking about. I misordered them, but yeah. So if you're a fan of the Daredevil show, you can totally pick this up. I think this is awesome to get signed, man, by the actors. I would imagine, dude. I've seen John Bernthal at Montreal Comic Con. I've seen Charlie Cox at like Terrificon. So you can bump into these guys and get these signed. I think this is great to have.
Is this the new logo that just came out too? Because I had seen that his new logo is coming out. Was just
this is the one from the actual show.
Okay.
I'm definitely picking this up. The Daredevil guys always seem to find their way to Raleigh every year. So I'm gonna pick this up. Probably head out there in the summer and see if I can get them to sign it for me. The thing I really love about this is that usually we're getting these photo covers, and photo covers are great, but this is kind of a little bit of a different vibe where they're using that logo from the TV show, which is also a fantastic show.
Yeah.
I know this isn't a toy show, but I just want to say that the Marvel Legends Born Again Daredevil figure is amazing. I'm just saying. I ran into it at Walmart the other day, and I said, oh my God, I don't buy action figures, but I'm about to buy this. It's unbelievably good. Yeah, it's insanely good. So, yeah.
I think these are great.
Not a toy show, sorry, but it's one of the best looking Legends figures out there. I'm just saying, go look it up. It looks insane. The Daredevil one specifically.
You could talk toys all you want, as long as it's not the ones in your bedroom. I'm happy. But Punisher #1, this one, the logo, yeah, this is totally worthy of a pickup. Now, speaking Punisher, here's another one I wanted to show you guys. Was the John Tyler Christopher? Yo, John Tyler Christopher, notorious for doing these with the whole negative space stuff, and I love this, man, with the vintage white gloves on there, like old school Punisher. I love this. Love this. This is a pickup. No brainer. Cover grab.
JTC has that effect on me sometimes. It's not every one of them, but there's a couple of them that you see one and I'm like, oh yeah, that one's getting got. This is one of them. I don't know. Maybe it's just the black. I don't know. It's great. But man, this will be one of those. It'd be nice to get a 9.8 on and never and instantly get it slabbed and never have to put it in a box because I'm afraid I would ruin it immediately.
Yeah, dude. Steve, the negative space stuff on a cover, man. What do you think of that? Do you like this concept?
Pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
Black covers scare me a bit, but
he's already scared. He knows. He knows. Yeah,
the man's a vet. He's a vet at this point, man. He knows.
It scares me a bit, but the design itself is really cool. I might get some heat for this, but this is giving me very Fortnite vibes. So
Fortnite.
I don't know.
Fortnite.
This you can see this as a character in Fortnite for sure, like this. But it's a cool cover. I don't know if I would
see Frank Castle coming down at you in Fortnite, just like surrender. Just don't even bother. Just take the L.
You get scared. Away. You get scared, and then he just pulls an emote on you and starts dancing. Starts flossing.
Just starts doing the But anyways, man, I love this. This is a pickup for me. But moving on, guys, from the Punisher. This one I found very interesting. Incredible Hulk issue 30 is going to a second printing already. Like it's going now. And we're already in Infernal Hulk. So I found this to be very interesting, but it's the 1 in 25 incentive. Of course, you've got Abomination on here. Kyle Hotz is doing Kyle Hotz things, man. Even Hotz, you were talking about Zulo with covers and being able to distinguish immediately Zulo. Feel that way about Frizen. I feel that way about JTC at this point. I feel that way about Daniel Warren Johnson. I could say this about many artists. Kyle Hotz, same thing, man. Kyle Hotz is there.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I think it's definitely one of those that stands out for sure. Crazy to see this one's going to a second printing already. But very cool, I think. I didn't read this yet, so I'm not caught up on Hulk at all. But pretty cool to see it going to a second printing, and it's a great cover. I mean,
yeah, Steve,
it's nice.
I know every week in our segment of This Is Steve, we go through what we would recommend as reads. Put down Immortal Hulk. Immortal Hulk. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on my list already. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I have such a huge list.
Yeah. We need to get to that at some point. Yeah. But Incredible Hulk issue 30. Moving on from this, though, one of, if not my favorite cover this week, dude. Talavera. Oh my god. And I'm not saying this because of the the assets here. When it comes to Felicia, I'm talking about just the cover as a whole, dude. This is so good. Talavera killing it.
Crazy. It's crazy good. It's a 1 in 100, which hurts a little bit.
It's available as a trade, bro.
But where are they gonna put
Makes it easier.
Well, it better not be across the middle. You know what I mean? Like it's got to be down low.
This is a pretty fully filled cover. You know what I mean? But no, it's one of those, man. This is one that I would really like to get as a 1 in 100. But yeah, this is absolutely insane. I'm blown away by this, and I know a lot of people out there collect Black Cat covers and huge Black Cat fans. It's not something I particularly collect, but there are some out there that just every time I see them, I'm like, man, I'm gonna have a hard time not buying that because there's some Black Cat covers are just insanely good, and artists crush this character. It seems like, and Talavera is no different. This is fantastic.
So good. Steve, pickup.
Cover grab for sure.
Yeah, there you go.
This is a cover grab. It's like my Poison Ivies. They're all cover grabs, but
yeah, you know what? I don't disagree with you, especially with Eom doing a lot of the Poison Ivy covers right now, dude. Oof, man, Eom.
This one
Eom is blowing up.
Yep, absolutely
this one
amazing,
is incredible.
Yep, I'm grabbing this too, man. We got 3 approvals right there, so let's keep it rolling. When it comes to hot artists, man, of course, Shubina is definitely at the top of the list from last year.
Where's Alex? Where's Alex at?
I'm sure he's in the chat somewhere. But Mercy Sparks, Daddy Issues, and number 3, cover A. This one being a Shubina cover, but it doesn't end there. Man, we also get this 1 in 10 incentive Ask me about the story, no idea. But the covers, wow. Shubina doing Shubina right there. It's so good.
I
So
like
good,
those little subtle differences that you have between both. So nice.
right? Cigarette smoke.
That's the tail too.
I don't own a Shubina cover.
What?
Me neither.
Well, you're excused. You are excused, Steve. You've been collecting for like what now? 4 months, 5 months?
Yeah.
Well, Travis, we need to talk. We need to talk.
I don't own one. It's not because I don't love it. Like I love her work, but I have just not picked one up. This is it, guys. Both of them. This
Yeah.
is it.
Dude.
Those are the ones.
I thought you would have bit already on Pin Apocalypse.
I've been looking for them. I can't find them anywhere.
Yeah, I haven't jumped on those. We talk about them all the time, but I haven't jumped on them. They're not. There's always books that I have to cut. Like when I go on to Comic Legion and I make my order and everything, my cart starts out with like 30 books, and then by the time I'm done with it, it goes down to like
18.
20 books.
So, it's funny. Here, look, I'm not even bluffing, dude. Before going live, man, I was just scrolling through the site for this FOC, and we're not even close to done yet. I had to cut it down, man. I'm at 21. And that's after cutting it down. So yeah,
It's too easy. It's too easy to just add them to the cart. Just add them to the cart.
Mm-hmm.
No, this might be the one. So you guys are seeing a great cornerstone moment in my comic collecting life. I'm gonna get my first Shubina covers. It's these. I'm gonna get this one and the other one. I have to have them.
Derek,
They're
that's
incredible.
interesting. I didn't even know that this was a Kickstarter cover. So
Weird.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that, man. I had no idea. But Shubina, absolutely amazing work as always. Moving on. Oh God, this is what's killing my wallet right now on FOC this week. I gotta order 5 copies of Mega Man X #1 to get this 1-in-5 ratio. And of course, we get an homage to the video game, Mega Man X, one of my all-time favorite Mega Man games. It's up there with like Mega Man 7. Those are my two. Those are my two. For some reason, when I was a kid playing Super Nintendo, I was always rocking those 2 games, man. So this takes me back big time. Big time. I need this. I need this in my collection.
This is insanely good. Linda, we made a joke about this being like the you and Matt are guaranteed to buy this variant cover without a question. Like this is such a cool one, especially everybody always remembers the Super Nintendo boxes. Like they're kind of like iconic, kind of burned into your memory, and anybody that was a kid in that time, or you would go and get the box, and you have to ride home, and you just sit there and stare at that box the whole way home, like, oh my God, I'm gonna play the shit out of this when I get home. You just wait. And Mega Man X was definitely one of those, man. It's such a good game. It's such a classic, iconic game, and I know there are a lot of like diehard Mega Man fans out there. You're one of them. It was always that game always kicked my ass a little bit. So I just stuck with Tecmo Bowl, but still, it's a great one. This cover's fantastic. I got to figure out a way to get this without ordering 5. Man, I can't order 5 of this book.
Dude, I like one thing that's annoying, of course, this, if you were to slab it, like nobody wants that sideways cover art, like, kind of like you see it here on the photo. But man, I'm such a sucker for these types of homages when they're done right. I remember Laura, of course, Bird City guys. Shout out to Laura, shout out to Anthony. They had dropped, it was the N64, Mario Kart 64 homage for Dark Ride #1. And man, when they came out with that, I swear to God, like I wasn't even part of Covrprice at this point. When that came out, it was Trish Forstner who did the cover. I ordered it like from Canada, paid the worst shipping price I could have paid just to get that book here. But man, it was so well done, and I love these types of covers, man, especially when it's a callback to
I'd love,
My childhood,
I'd love to get more of these. Like, like I know we get video game homages all the time. There was the Final Fantasy VII homage that I still don't have. I think was it Lost Fantasy? Was that what it was that did the
Yeah,
Final Fantasy
yeah.
VII homage? I don't have that one yet. I'm still trying to get a hold of it. I'm sure it's probably not that hard to get. I'm lazy. But I would love to get I'd love to get more of these kind of box art style video game covers, and then you could just not slab them, just put them in put them in a top loader, turn that son bitch sideways, and put it on
And
the
stick
wall.
it straight up. Yeah, no, dude, for sure, man. I think what makes this even more neat is the fact that it's an homage to Mega Man, and it's a Mega Man comic. So, like, this is
It's
awesome.
great.
This is dude. I need this. I'm going 5 copies just to get this, and I don't care. It is what it is. But moving on, guys. You want to talk artists, man? Check this out. I love this cover, and the best part is that it's available both as a trade and as a virgin for the exact same price, just regular cover price, guys. Dark
All
Souls,
right.
Mother
Shout
of
out
Morning,
Titan.
issue number 3, cover C. This is by Ito, and dude, like I said, you can pick this up for the same price as if you would pay the cover A, and straight cover grab.
I love this. I love the art. I love, I'm a fan of Dark Souls. Dark Souls is one of those games that, like I said, it kind of kicks my butt a little bit, but I know it's supposed to do that. I'm more of a fan of Titan dropping this both as a trade and a virgin for the same price. That's awesome. Very cool.
Dude, for sure, man. You know what? Uni's in the chat. Shout out to Uni, man, because I see him sharing this to his story. And Uni's got a very great taste when it comes to covers. If you're not following him on social media, please do so. Check him out on Instagram. But this is totally up his alley, man. Totally up his alley. Lately, I see he's into them booby covers, and I don't blame the man. I don't blame the man. But dude, the artwork on this, man, Ito is like so good. If you like, check out Ito's work, man.
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
Cow,
yeah, I'm not familiar with Ito, really, honestly, which is wild. But yeah, I really dig this. This is really good.
Yeah,
I like it a lot. I'm usually a trade kind of guy, but this one kind of gives me I'm gonna buy the virgin.
Yeah,
it looks good as a virgin. It really does. Like it's one of those where like you feel like you need the blank slate. Like it kind of it feels like it might take away from it. It's a really, really, really great cover.
Dude, same thing for myself, man. I really, really prefer trades, man. I like having the title of the book on the cover, but like for this one, man, the piece of art just stands out so much that the trade would hurt it. So I don't want the trade. And I'm happy they gave us the option to pick this up as a virgin for the exact same price. No brainer. This is a pickup for me this week, man. I can't wait to grab this and have it in my possession. Here's another banger cover. Yo, Granoff, bro. Dropping Wade Wilson Deadpool #1, and now there's multiple covers available. Great covers as well. A very neat Scotty Young one as well. But the 1 in 100 incentive, oh my god, dude, also available as a trade. And surprisingly, so far from what I see by the image, the trade doesn't hurt it at all. So it's also a good option to pick up if you don't want to spend the coin. But man, great cover.
See, this is one I would prefer as a trade. Right, like it's. I don't think there's any rhyme and reason to it. I think it's just in your eye. You know what I mean? Like I feel like some people might prefer this as the virgin variant, but for me, like this one for me would work as a trade. I think it looks. I think it would look good with the word mark on it.
I agree.
Great, really solid cover. I like this a lot. I don't buy a lot of Deadpool stuff, but this is cool. This is exciting and interesting that we're getting this new Deadpool series again. But yeah, it's exciting. Benjamin Percy staying busy.
He is, man. I agree with Derek on this one, man. I would love for Marvel to start doing that, man. Limited trade dress type thing. That would be cool. That would be cool.
But does it make you feel cheated when you pay for a 1
It does.
50?
It does. Man. It does, dude.
I love the limited trade dress. They've been doing that forever. It looks good. It's nice that they do it on card stock too. I don't know. It's nice. I like it. All right. But yeah. It's got an appeal to it for sure.
Yeah. Steve, you dig?
I like it. I like the Deadpool movies, so this would be something for me. It almost gives it like a movie poster vibe, so I'm in on this. I would go for the trade on this one as well.
Well, I'm picking it up as a trade, but also available as a 1 in 100 this week. But guys, here's some sleepers. One that maybe some of you may have missed. DCKO Night Fight issue number 4. This one is the cover A for this one, and it's giving us the first appearance and cover of Damian Wayne as Batman from a possible future. First cover appearance, though, of Alfred Wayne, who is the son of Damian Wayne. Now, Travis, that sounds like a bit of a mind, right?
A little bit.
Right?
Yeah, it is. I'm excited about this. I'm excited about. I'm not caught up on Night Fight, so and I've been reading DCKO, but the tie-ins I'm behind on. But I did pick up, thanks to the Discord. I was able to pick up a couple of copies of issue 3, which is exciting. And now it's fun to see issue 4 with this nice cover appearance. I love it. I'm excited. KO has been so much fun in general. Like it's just, I know when the idea of it came out, like people are like, okay, well, what is it? What's the story, right? And it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. So,
yeah, man.
And Dan Mora crushing this. Williamson and Mora, great combo. And so DJ all over it right there. Like this is great. Dan Mora drawing that blue suit is really good. Really good. I mean, so is Jimenez, but I like seeing Dan Mora draw it.
Derek, man, you know what? You're not entirely wrong there.
Yeah, that's an interesting observation there.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about a few things when it comes to Joker and etc. as we move on with the show, but this might be a sleeper, so just wanted to put this out there. I think you guys might want to pick up a copy, but this is probably going to be a heavy sleeper, and I'll explain to you why, man. Kind of like my guest tonight, Dork number 1. There you go. So it's what is it about, guys? It's actually it's a fantasy series about a half dwarf, half orc who wields a powerful magical shield. Very, medieval, I guess we could say. Now, Brett Bean is the one who is handling this. This is his cover, and of course, going to be his story. I was catching some of the things he was saying related to this title, and let me tell you that the hype is there. I think Image has the possibility of creating a Kanto 2.0 with this one, because that's the vibes I got. You know what I mean? You've got so many amazing cover artists on here. There's even an Otley cover, just to put that out there. But I think this has the potential, man. I loved Kanto, dude. Like, there was obviously the first volume, then we ended up getting other titles, Lionhearted, etc. It was awesome, dude. I loved Kanto, but this gives me the same vibes for some reason, kind of like Kanto. And let me tell you that Brett Bean is actually really excited about this, and hearing him break it down kind of made me feel more and more like, okay, I think he's really onto something. He was doing stuff with Scotty Young with I Hate Fairyland, right? And with I Hate Fairyland, he decided, like, I think the intent was to be on for like 5 issues, whatever, and then they end up running to like 20, and he had to take the leap, dude. He had to say, look, I've had this idea for so long. I think it was like 2008 or something, and he's like, I need to put pen to paper, right? And now he's doing it, and kudos to him. I have good vibes about this.
Yeah, I mean, I do too. Other than catching, not even catching strays, just direct shots. Being called a dork on a live stream. What the hell? Nah, this is cool. I saw this and I was immediately like, yeah, I'm gonna pick this up. I like things like this. I like these kind of series that are kind of off the wall, a little different. I know when Twig came out a few years ago, I picked that one up. Really loved that series a lot. It was really cool. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely a pickup for me. Did they go a little throwback on the Image logo up there? It looks a little different. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it does look different on the logo. Kind of feels like a throwback. But man, like I said, who knows? It doesn't hurt to pick up a copy or two at FOC. You get them on a discount. Don't go looking for this new comic book day. If it pops, who knows? Don't quote me on it popping. It might take some time. It might be a slow burn, but I like I said, I kind of get the Kanto vibes, man. The artwork seems very special already on the cover. So I'm excited to see the interiors of this one. There's a lot of buzz, man. Kind of here. Look, I'll even pull up the comment, man. Hard Knocks, who welcome back, man. I know he just recovered, and shout out to him, man. He's been missed in the chat, but saying that it's a big time sleeper, man. There's a lot of buzz growing around this, and I think although there's a lot of buzz, there's still a lot of people not talking about this. So good pickup. It's a good pickup in my opinion.
For sure. I think so. I think you're right. I mean, what's the harm in grabbing one? The worst thing you do is read it and have fun.
Yeah, exactly, man. But moving on from this, don't say we didn't warn you. Boss battle. That's right, baby. DCKO boss battle number 1. This is the cover A, man. We're gonna have multiple properties. The big showdown that we all saw announced, I believe it was at New York Comic Con. It's a multi-property crossover featuring characters from, you got DC Comics, you got IDW Comics, you've got Dynamite, you've got NetherRealm Studios, and New Line Cinema. So as you can see, man, we've got like Red Sonja, we've got like Vampy in there, we've got Sabrina the Teenage Witch, we've got Annabelle the Doll, who, by the way, was actually on DC, if you guys didn't know that. But then you've got Sub-Zero, Scorpion. Yo, what is going on? Homelander is going to be here. Yes. Throwdown, baby. I want to see this throwdown. This is going to be sick.
The bear from beneath the trees.
Yeah, and because you're bringing it up, there you go, man. Dude.
Segways.
Yeah,
that's the cover.
Patrick Horvath. Steve, put Beneath the Trees as something to read as well.
But
that's a wild book, man. I
already read it.
Yeah.
He already read it.
Yeah.
He already read it. Lando, you're behind the times, bro. Good. Steve's already ahead of you.
Jesus. Oh, I'm not.
You know what? He's taking the shit. That's it. Lando's done. Steve's the new main host.
Done. Switch it over.
I'm gonna just throw in comics. Series was a fantastic series.
Dude, amazing, right?
Yeah, it's like Stephen King wrote a children's book. It's fantastic.
The worst part is that I remember you saying this, and it just hit.
No, it just clicked. Huh? There you go.
Yeah. Likely story.
But likely story. This one is definitely a cover grab. You have the Joker and Beneath the Trees all in one. It's beautiful.
Dude, it's so cool. It is so good, man. And Patrick Horvath, like with Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, really blew me away with that series, man. And like now seeing Horvath having the chance to draw Joker, you know what I mean, and create a fun cover where it's like, yeah, we're friends, but here you've got a little smoke, like a bomb next to you, and then you got like the needle going in your neck on the other side. This captures these characters so well. It's so well.
And look, if you guys aren't reading KO, that's fine. That's fine. You probably should. It's a lot of fun. It's just a fun ride. But this is worth the pickup just because of this crazy mashup that we're getting. I mean, when they announced it at New York Comic Con, when I first saw the picture, I didn't know what to make of it. I was like, okay, why are they drawing all of these characters for some reason? And then I realized, like, oh my God, I finally read what it was in relation to, and I was like, okay,
yeah,
this is exciting. This is fun. It's just dumb fun, and we should all be here and enjoy it together.
Yeah, dude, this is going to be like a wicked good time. Now, not only is there this Horvath cover, you've got, of course, the showdown that everybody's super excited to see. You've got Superman and Homelander on this cover, man. I love this so much.
Aside from the Beneath the Trees, this is the one for me. Like, this is the one you got to grab. You got to have, like, it's always the, who would win in a fight, Superman or Homelander? Well, now you got it on the front of a book. Let's go right now. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Go get this book. If you're one of those people that have even engaged in that conversation before, I got the book for you right here.
Yeah, dude.
And you're tripping if you don't already know how this is going to end.
Yeah, Steve, is this the showdown that you're excited to see, man?
Honestly, I didn't watch any of this. I don't follow Superman.
You haven't watched The Boys yet?
No.
Oh my God, you are.
I haven't really dove into that side yet. So like, eventually I'll get there.
It's a ride.
I'm doing a lot. So
I'm curious. I'm curious to see. Well, now we're all getting antsy to see your reactions, right? So we're all gonna start jamming stuff down your throat. But I would love to see your perspective on the boys by watching the show before reading the comics. You know what I mean? Like I want to see how you would enjoy it, but because I mean, people
That is
walking
my
into that
homework.
having no idea what the boys is about, it's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind, dude. Like
How many seasons?
they're at what three,
3 or 4.
three
And
or
how
four?
many episodes per season?
Ah.
It varies. I don't
We're gonna
remember.
we're gonna. Chad Cave said you should watch Titans as well, and he's right because Titans is severely underrated as a show. It's a great show.
I'll make this my homework for the week. Next Sunday we'll talk about it.
We're gonna Clockwork Orange your ass, dude.
Yeah. That's pretty much what's gonna happen. But there's a lot of other amazing covers as well. And regarding the crossovers, don't forget there's also DC crossing over with AEW, and issue number 1 is on FOC as well. That's going to be 2 issues. Nice Daniel Warren Johnson cover on there, man. There's a Galman cardstock variant that is just so nice with Zatanna at the top. Of course, you got the regular cover A for that one. It's just a wraparound with all of these characters from DC and AEW, which is wrestling for those of you who are not familiar. But lots of great books available this week. And of course, we have hit what we think to be some of the best books available. Now, if you want, guys, go support Lefteros. So you can check out comicnation.us if you live in the States. If you're in Canada, check out comiclegion.ca. And don't forget, man, join our Discord. The link is in the bio of this video, man. It's just constant conversations, man. People just like what? It's not even 3 weeks. We're almost at 200 people in that chat, man. Just to give you an example of how much people are coming together and just having good times, man. It's good vibes. Let's keep this train rolling, man. All right. The market is one portion of this show that I am really excited to get into tonight because it is a special one. I'm just going to put it out there. We've got 14 books on the list tonight. And out of 14, 11 of them are going to be Baker Shakers. That's right. But before we get into any of that, this is normally the part where we bring in Steve, but I didn't want to keep him waiting.
Well, bring him in. What are you doing?
Yeah, let's get Steve. But this portion of the show is called This is Steve.
Hey.
There you go. All right, Stevie boy. No, I don't want to play the video. It's too much guitar. You want the guitar? I'll give you the guitar. Let's go.
That was worth it.
There you go.
Oh,
yeah. All right.
thanks for having me.
Yeah. Hey, nice to see you, man. Been a minute, but Steve, I'm excited to have a conversation with you this week, particularly because we kind of dove into it briefly, and I said, "Stop. Let's save this for the show." You read something within the last week, did you not?
Yes, I did.
What was it that really popped out to you?
The Killing Joke.
The Killing Joke. There you go.
Yeah.
So you read Batman: The Killing Joke, and what was it that like immediately you said? Because you messaged me, you said something. What'd you end up telling me?
I need to find one, and I need to find one soon because that for me right now, that's my Batman Grail. Like, that's the book I need in my collection. You had asked me a few weeks ago, which book do you want? And I said, I don't know. I'm coming back now, and I'm telling you, this is the one.
That's the one.
I've heard about it. I always hear people talking about it. I see homage covers of it, but now I want it.
It's quite a ride.
Yeah,
it's a heavy one, man.
It's twisted, and that's what I love about it.
Yeah, I think everybody remembers the first time they read that book, and after you closed it, you really didn't know how you felt.
Yeah,
it's one of those you're like, I don't know if I feel good, I don't know if I feel bad, but that was a pretty good book. I'm gonna go watch some cartoons or something.
Yeah, I'm with Kilted Corgi on this one, but surprisingly, that 9th printing, man, gets some good coin. But yeah, there's a lot of prints when it comes to that, and you obviously want the first printing. This is what you want in your collection.
Yeah,
this is the way.
You messaged me right away, and you were like, "Dude, where? And like, can you find me one, please?" And you immediately wanted this in your collection, right?
Absolutely.
And the conversation that went back and forth was, Steve, time out, man. There's a lot of copies out there in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not jump. Let's not bite immediately, because now, would you say this falls into FOMO? were you feeling a little bit of FOMO? Because I mean, missing out.
No.
You don't gotta
No.
worry about.
At this point, I'm missing out on everything because I'm late to every party.
Right. It can't be FOMO. Like, nah, it's not
the
FOMO.
FOMO
It's
for
not.
me, I think, is out the window.
Yeah.
No,
I feel like every collector should have that one book that they're extremely proud of, and I know
Right.
for you, it's probably your Secret Wars that you have right behind.
No, dude. I mean, it's one of, because it was one of
Yeah.
my first big books I bought.
But that's it.
But no, it's not.
Well, look,
But there's others.
There's other ones. See, everybody has that one or two or three book that they need in their collection. And I think that I got to the point now where I know what I like, and that's what I need.
Hey, that's a great one. That's a great one. And when you finally get it, it feels very rewarding. It feels like it's worth it. It's definitely not FOMO, because I actually agree 100% with DJ on this one. I don't know if you flashed that comment, but I agree with this. It only works on new books.
Exactly. So
or books that pop. When books pop, don't touch them. But no, I'm just kidding. You guys do whatever you want with your money. I'm not a financial analyst.
So that's what I was leading into, is like, did you feel a little bit of FOMO? Because I mean, there's many copies out there. It's been out for like quite some time when it comes to, you know, the comic space, but now you want it and you kind of feel anxious to get it. Now, one thing that a lot of people tend to do is when they want something in this hobby, man, they'll just throw money at stuff. And one of the things that we were going into within the conversation was, dude, patience.
Yeah.
Patience in this hobby is so key.
I've got tons of it, clearly.
No, you are a man that makes so many poor decisions, but it's good. It's good. With good intent.
I only make poor decisions on stuff that isn't graded. I only make poor decisions when buying raw books. When it comes to graded copies, I have got to be the thief of thieves when it comes to getting graded books for very little money. But raw books, I spend way too much money on raw books at the literal worst times to buy them. I mean, I am the worst at this. But for sure, I will say this: Killing Joke is a great one to have in the collection. When you get it, it feels like such a I don't know, a success, right? For me, that book was Next Men, John Byrne's Next Men, first appearance of Hellboy, and then Hellboy Seed of Destruction. Those are like two books that they're not like the most valuable books in the world, but they are valuable to me. I love it. It's so good. And you know, everybody's got those. Everybody's got those books that just absolutely crush for them in their collection. So when I found Hellboy, you know, I watched the movie before I ever read the comic book. And when I got into the comic books, I was like, oh my God, I'm obsessed with this entire universe. And so that I had to get that Seed of Destruction. And that was about 4 Seeds of Destruction ago. I mean, I keep buying them. Every time they come up for a decent price, I grab one. So it turns into a little bit of a problem at times. But it once you find that book, man, it's awesome. And the good thing is there's a lot out there. You can get Killing Joke, and it's a great book to have.
And I do want to buy a raw copy. I don't want one slabbed. I want to do it. I want to slab it myself.
There's nothing wrong with that, man. You know, that's actually most of the time the risk is usually worth the reward, because I mean, you're going to buy a slab when you really want to lock down a guarantee on a grade, whereas you want to gamble on the raws. Patience, and that's what I meant by patience, man. You can find deals out there, good prices. You know, Ozzy just mentioned in the chat, he's like, hey, I have one and it's a contender, so hit him up. You know what I mean? Like
Ozzy's always got the heat, dog. I'm not even kidding.
He's local. He's local too, no?
Yeah. He's in Canada. He's not local to us here in Montreal, but he's not too far, bro, in Ontario. But
I be lurking Ozzy's Whatnot shows a lot.
Yeah, dude. The guy drops absolute fire, man. Like, I look at his stuff and I'm like, my goodness. But you know, even for myself, there's many books that, of course, I'm proud of within my collection. You know, I'm a hardcore gamer growing up. There's music that was a big influence. So a lot of the books that would probably mean more to me are the ones that you would be surprised. You know what I mean? Like, sure, there's, let's say, first Harry Osborn, first Gwen Stacy. I love having that in my collection, but at the same time, there's other things that if I had to pick, I might let that go. You know what I mean? Where maybe you'd be surprised. But I think that the patience is definitely one thing. You know, there's a title, and you guys are gonna think I'm whack, but Steve, you and
This isn't going to change my opinion of you, buddy.
yeah, no, exactly. But there's one particular event within Marvel that always holds a special place in my heart, and I'll explain why. You and I
Krakoa.
no, you and I played no. You and I played music for quite some time, man. And during that time of music is when I really disconnected with comics. Sure, I collected here and there, but I was never as hardcore as I am. And before that, sure, I collected comics, but man, I was living with my parents. There was no way I had all these boxes at my parents' place. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
we played music. I completely disconnected. Funds had to be shifted into the music side because it is very expensive. Guys, PA system back when I was playing music, man, that shit cost almost $2,000.
It's so cheap now. I fucking hate it. What the
It bothers me. It bothers me. But it was a good one. It was a good one.
Lucky you. Only
when I-
2,000.
Yeah, I don't. You know, I'm the last guy who should be complaining. Like, you had Johnny on drums dropping like 10K, then there was you with amps and everything. But anyways,
Yeah.
when it came to comics and what I reconnected with was when Civil War actually happened. And
Okay.
so Civil War in my collection is one that I will never get rid of it. It's the cheapest books you'll ever find. Dude. You can pick that up at like $5 a pop. But
Mhm.
those particular issues that are in my collection are the ones that brought me back in. I'm like, nope, these stay here forever. Like if I sold my whole collection, I would still keep them.
Yeah. I get it. I totally understand.
So what I will
So-
say is that
Go
okay, I'm just letting you know that like this is a slippery slope though, bro, because before you know it, you're gonna be searching for Dark Hawk 1, and when you get that one, that's gonna be the one that really resonates. I mean, when you get Dark Hawk 1, you are going to stop collecting comic books. I promise you. You can retire, basically. So
I don't want to retire just yet.
Yeah, just keep your eyes out for that one.
You guys,
Yeah.
everybody gives Dark Hawks like heat like this, but at the end of the day, bro, go find me those later issues, like the last 5 to 10 issues. Good luck, good luck. And I mean in good condition too.
I need the Ralph meme. I'm investing.
But it was a fun conversation to have with you, Steve, because again, you know, it's something that now you've fallen in love with. I know that example, if kind of like I was saying with Civil War, right? Like for me, it's what brought me back into comics. I keep buying the same stupid issue of ASM and of Web of Scarlet, Scarlet Spider-Man. I buy that shit over and over again because those were my first ever comic books. And sorry, Venom License to Kill. Venom License to Kill, anytime I see it, I pick
Is
it
that
up.
the one with the shiny cover?
No, it's when he's holding the badge.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, sorry.
I buy that over and over because it's my first ever comic book that I had.
Yeah.
So because of that, it always means something to me. I have multiple copies for no reason other than that. But you know, you now, I would say Absolute Batman is probably issue number 1 would probably be meaningful to you because that's what got you.
Well, the whole series now, that just like you wouldn't get rid of your Civil War. I wouldn't get rid of my Absolutes.
Yeah,
and I have
for
one of my
sure.
buddies who keeps asking me, he's like, "Oh, sell me your 15." No,
Yeah.
sorry, it's not happening. Even though I have a couple of copies of them, they're staying with me.
No, they're gonna hang out for a little bit.
Yeah. They're resting nice in my boxes. They're fine.
It's
I check on them once
interesting.
in a while.
Those ones that really resonate with you when you start getting into comics, and it's funny because it feels like a time is a circle, right? You talk about it all the time. It's interesting to see that a Scott Snyder Batman run is lighting you on fire for comics because I'm not gonna lie, I had been out of comics for quite some time, and I always say, Jeff Johns' Green Lantern brought me back into comics, and then I went into another cool spell for a little bit, and then I came back in 2011 with the New 52 and Scott Snyder's Batman run in the New 52 set me on fire for comics again. And that run for me, which is not nearly as valuable as it was in its heyday, the full run is something I will never part with. I will not do anything with those issues. I buy those issues every time I see them. If they're affordable, if they're cheap, I grab them. The art is amazing. Everything about that run is amazing. And that one is kind of similar to me in the way that Absolute Batman is to you, is that it's just they're not going anywhere. I don't care if I got 3, 4, 5 copies of each issue. They're not going anywhere. I love that series.
You know what's funny about the Venom License to Kill for me is that I pick up copies, but I never have come across one copy that is a contender. Not one. So that's my goal. If I ever put up a Venom License to Kill in a 9/8, know that is a grail for me, and to everyone else is like, this guy is not okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's a shit book.
You're holding my first ever comic at your place now, so
yes, it's the.
I'm yet to find another one. I can't find them.
They're out there, dude. You will find it
for sure, but it's not like I'm going out looking for it. But yeah.
For those that are wondering, it's actually the first appearance of Dr. Afra. But yeah, you can pick those up, and that's your first comic. That's amazing.
That's my first comic, and it's pristine.
That's fantastic.
That book has been in that bag and board since I bought it and never took it out.
Yeah,
probably smart.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, this is Steve, man. It's fun, and of course we continue the journey every single week. Steve, I appreciate you. I don't know if you want to go watch the game, go ahead, bro. You want to stay on, you stay on.
I'll just give a quick rundown of my week, fast, just so people can,
yeah, for sure,
get better. I watched all of Loki. I read
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Wow, nice. I have not finished 2
I
yet.
finished with WandaVision, then I finished Loki.
Nice. Good.
I read Ultimate Wolverine, Ultimate Invasion, Ultimate Universe, and I'm almost done Ultimate X-Men.
Nice.
So that was my week. That's it.
So you're on board the Ultimate stuff. What'd you think of Loki, bro?
It's fantastic.
So good.
Season 1 versus season 2. Season 1 versus season 2.
Season 1.
Season 1, really?
Season 1.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
I really fell in love with season 2, dude. I don't know why.
It was great, but I feel like, I don't know, season 1 really, like, it got me in, it hooked me in, and it was just.
It was definitely an awesome ride. Again, I didn't finish season 2 yet, which is I fell off and got distracted. I got to finish it, but man, I couldn't stop watching season 1. It got to the point where like I would have it on like while I was working, and I would have a hard time working. And I was like, wait a minute, I can't be watching this while I'm working because I am not going to get anything done. But yeah, it's so good. But yeah, man, you're killing it, dude.
Yeah,
you say you got this list. I don't know, man. You're gonna be done with this list by Friday.
Yeah, dude, it's nuts. If you feel like you're having any issues sleeping this week or dealing with insomnia, just put on Secret Invasion. I really think that's the cure. It was hard. Secret Invasion is gonna be tough when you get to that, but the comics are great. Loved Secret Invasion in comics.
I'll get there.
Yeah, but anyways, guys, this is Steve. I love the guitar. Are you gonna stick around?
Good.
Maybe bring me back to the hot topic. I'll go watch a bit of the game.
Yeah, go enjoy. All right,
have fun.
Catch you later.
See you, bro.
All right, Travis, it's time for the market report. I promised you a fire one, so let's get into it. You ready?
I don't know anything about comic sales. I don't know anything about this. I might just let you run this one solo, big dog. Yes, I'm ready. Let's fucking go.
Let's go. I was sitting here like, man, this is the first time I've ever heard him be so honest. But yes, market report, guys. We're looking at multiple lists when it comes to sales taking place on the aftermarket, House of Stein, CBSI, Key Collector, Covrprice, checking sales all across, man. Go Collect, eBay. But most importantly, Michael Baker, who hits me up every single day, letting me know about sales taking place on the aftermarket. And tonight, like I said, we've got 14 books to talk about, 11 of them being Baker Shakers, because boy, did he bring the heat this week. And I kind of wanted to make it a little more different as opposed to some of these lists that I just spoke about. Now, to kick it off, let's go with Godzilla. Yes, Godzilla Rage Across Time #1. We go back to 2016 with this one. It's the Kanagawa woodblock homage. There's 3 CGC 98s on the census, and a CGC 98 just recently sold for $220 US. Cover price, a daily shaker, highest sale recorded to date. And if you're wondering what the homage is, well, there you go.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's like the entire. That's basically the tears of Travis after leaving the stadium yesterday. That's really what that is.
I had my head held high, man.
I know you did. I
was heartbroken, but I didn't cry.
How cool is this?
It's really good. It's one of those books, and I know you probably know what I'm talking about here. It's one of those books that like I would really love to have, but I probably wouldn't pay this much for it. And I don't mean like it's not worth it to me. It's just like I don't know that if I have $220 that I'm going to buy this particular book, but I would love to have this book. This is a fantastic, fantastic cover, and I love Godzilla, and this is really, really, really good. So if I ever find a copy that's like maybe raw and like in an affordable range or something like that, I would definitely jump on this because I think this is an amazing, amazing cover.
I totally read Chiapet's comment in the voice of Will Ferrell from Zoolander.
That Godzilla's so hot right now.
Yeah, literally. That's exactly how I read it, man. But it's such a wicked cover. I get it, man. I totally see the homage, but so well done. The artwork is insane, and Godzilla is hot, man. Yeah, whether you want to admit that or not. In fact, -0 is actually going back into theater in the month of November this year, which is really interesting. I'm curious to see if how many people are going to want to make their way out to go watch that. I would totally watch it. I'm just not sure if it's going to be the colored version or the black and white. But yeah,
I didn't see it in theaters the first time, so it would be one of those things where I'd be like, oh, okay, I might go try to catch it now since I missed it the first time.
Yeah, no,
it's totally great. Totally, it's a great movie.
Totally, yeah, totally worth it. The movie's amazing. But Godzilla Rage Against, Rage Against. I was gonna say the machine.
Rage Against the Machine.
Across Time, #1. CGC 98 selling at $220 US. Moving on. Yes, this was hot just a few weeks ago. That's right. This was the talk of town. Now, not so much on the top 10s, but Redcoat still a buzz on the aftermarket. #1 right here, the Brian Hitch, 1 in 500 black and white in a raw. Sold for $450 US. Cover price daily shaker, highest sale again recorded to date for this as a raw. Very impressive, man. Getting close to that $500 mark when it comes to this. I kind of feel like within the hobby, especially working Covrprice and with you every single week, we see books come and go, man. Obviously, as of late, the absolute Batman stuff, absolute anything has been holding it down. Sure. But it kind of feels like there's that short-term memory, right? Yeah. When it comes to certain things, like it's hot today, it's gone tomorrow, and then it comes back again, and then something else. There's always a new flavor of the week. And Redcoat was definitely a flavor of the week when it came to the news surrounding the book, that there's going to be a project tied to this, and I'm excited about that. Don't get me wrong, dude. Like I'm pumped.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. I mean, we talked about the Brian Hitch cover. This one being it didn't blow up. I think the first one to really pop off was, and I think Alex mentioned it, was the first appearance, which was the 80-page giant, right? Was it the Geiger 80-page giant? Yeah. So that was the actual first appearance of Redcoat. That one popped initially, and then it felt like the Brian Hitch one popped a little bit more after the fact, and it was pretty cool. I mean, it's a great cover, and I'm excited to see where we were going with this adaptation. But really, I know I keep talking about the Discord, but the Discord guys, it really is a great community, and there's a lot of really good conversation. And a conversation we had recently was about how kind of rich the Ghost Machine universe is, and how there's really like something for everybody here. And I've said that before, I believe. But if you're into sci-fi, there's something for you. If you're into historical stuff, there's something for you. If you're into kind of post-apocalyptic stuff, there's something for you. They just it's just a very rich universe with a lot of really great creators, and I know I say that a lot when I talk about Ghost Machine, but yeah, it's pretty great. And Cliff just said it's fairish for a 1 in 500. Yeah, I initially kind of my eyes popped at a 450 for a raw, but it being a 1 in 500, I mean, I guess I could see that. I'm probably gonna roll with the cover A on this. Because it's an amazing color cover too. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a cool sell, and it's cool to see these books really getting all this love, and that is well deserved. With the people over at Ghost Machine just doing a great job.
Yeah, I recently picked up I grabbed several copies of multiple covers, but I recently picked up the blank. There's a blank cover for Redcoat, man, and I would love to get it sketched, man, because you know what kind of a character Redcoat is, right? And then
Right.
with the historical figures throughout time, kind of want to see him throw it down with like some particular people, and so I've got some ideas cooking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I made sure get a blank and let's see what we can get going there. So yeah, man.
I would love to hear these ideas at some point because I feel like they could get pretty hilarious.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna get wild. And Kilted Corgi, before we move on to the next book, it wasn't Blink 182 who sang Flavor of the Week. It was actually American Hi-Fi. Just putting that out there. Just putting it out there. Dude, you remember American Hi-Fi?
Of course.
That was like, dude, American Hi-Fi, Trouble Charger, all these bands. What an era. What a time. But
What a
anyway,
time to be alive.
Yeah, Redcoat number 1 for a raw of the 1 in 500, $450. And the last cover price daily shaker with the highest sale recorded to date is actually Miraculous number 1. We go back to 2016 with this one, and you're probably wondering, I know, what the hell am I looking at? Well, this is from Action Lab Comics, and this is actually a TV show, man. It plays all the time when my kids are
All
watching.
the time.
Yeah, dude. It pops up, man. I know this theme song by heart, man.
That's the thing. The show's fine. It's the damn song.
Yep.
It's not that the song is bad. It's just too damn catchy. I'll be singing it all day. I'm gonna be singing it tonight. I'm just gonna be laying in bed. Miraculous.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is, dude. So there's 398s on the census. There's 6 total, by the way. CGC 98 selling at $118. I always say that these types of books are just great to have because there's always going to be somebody that wants to pick it up because it meant something to them, dude. Like my kids watch this. Maybe, if they're collecting comics in 15 years from now, they might want to hunt this. And if there's only, 398s out there, who knows? I don't think they'll want to hunt this. To be honest with you, my kids' eyes tend to roll when this one makes its way onto the TV. It is a little more for, a little, girl audience, realistically.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think this is cool.
Yeah, can't wait for Super Kitties number 1. It's gonna be great.
Super Kitties.
There's another theme song for you, big dog.
Man. Dude, we laugh, but you throw on Disney Junior right now, man. They're pumping out so much stuff that
I gotta be honest. I watch it all, and I don't really give a crap. Like it's not that bad.
No, exactly.
I'm not complaining.
That's what I'm getting at, man. Like, dude, I'm out here watching like Spidey and His Amazing Friends. I'm watching just the most Super Kitties. You were talking about Super Kitties.
Super Kitty slaps, dog.
It's pretty funny, man. But yeah, man. So that's what I'm getting at is that we roll our eyes right now, but who knows what the future holds for such books, man. But Miraculous number 1, CGC 98, $118. Alex, stop, dude. You don't gotta do that, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes, hit the thumbs up, man. Hit the subscribe button, guys. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers, and once we get there, giveaway show. That's how we do it. We celebrate, man, all together. But yes, let's move on from this one. Now we get into Baker Shaker territory, and we're gonna hit him right where it hurts because I know he hates seeing this book. But Age of Ultron.
Oh yeah, this has got to just be insult to injury for Baker, doesn't it?
Absolutely. But you got Age of Ultron number 10. We go back to 2013. This is the Quesada 1 in 50 ratio, and this is when we got the first appearance of Angela in Marvel Comics. Oh my God, Angela is just something else. CGC 9.8. $299 US. First Baker Shaker this week. I know a lot of Spawn fans were not happy when Angela made her way over to Marvel. I was pumped as hell. And then we get Angela for a short period of time. They have not done anything with her at all.
Yeah, it was here and you're gone. But this one's cool. Joe Quesada, I can't quit Joe Quesada. I mean, every time I see it, it's just any of his work. It's just amazing to me.
Yeah.
This is a great cover. I don't have this one. I did have the regular cover A of this. I've had it several times. I always end up parting with it because someone always wants it. Um, but yeah, I really love this. Well, that's cool. I didn't know that, but I really love this, and I love Joe Quesada's art, and so Angela for me. I think I think for me, Angela's a fun comic history lesson, right? Like if you get into Angela's backstory and everything, it's just a fun story in comics. It's like when Brand New hated Taking Back Sunday. You know what I mean? Like you just get into the story, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry for all my emo kids out there. You're gonna love that. If you don't, you should look it up. It's wild. You know, it's one of those. And I love it. That's kind of what got me into the whole Angela thing. And so I was like, oh, this is a cool story. I'm gonna go get a hold of this book. So I've never had this 1 in 50 though. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, Marvel never really did anything up until like what she had just said, that how she's back within Doctor Strange, but otherwise, man, it's been nothing at all for Angela. We got her within Age of Ultron shortly after, a few little things, and that was it, man. There was Guardians of the Galaxy and Gonzo. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that's where pretty much it all came to close. But Age of Ultron 10, as you said, even as the regular cover A, people always want to pick this up. And of course, this one being the Casado 1 in 50 ratio, beautiful cover. I saw people out there saying that there's the sketch one as well. But this 9.8 just sold for $299 US. And Uni saying Angela is on the new Doctor Strange series, and she is gonna have a dope Stephanie Hans cover coming soon. Can't wait, dude. Can't wait for that. I just want Marvel to do a lot more with Angela, man, because like bringing her in, Thor's sister, and this and that, and then she's like gone. You know what I mean? Like it was just short stints. It didn't feel long enough. I felt like Angela was going to come into Marvel and do way more bigger things, and that wasn't the case. So I'm hoping to see that now they're gonna actually write her properly and bring more to the table when it comes to Angela. So definitely gonna look forward to that Stephanie Hans cover. And yeah, man, let's see where Marvel goes with Angela now moving forward. But moving on. Deadpool 45. That's right. The cover might look familiar. We go back to 2015. This is the 1 in 100 by Tony Moore. It's an homage to the death of Wolverine, if you guys remember that one. Raw copies selling for $250. Damn. Baker Shaker this week. Love this. And it's funny because although we saw it happen within the MCU and within films, the obsession of Deadpool with Wolverine, I love how, within the comics, that's exactly what you're seeing here with this particular cover, man. I love the throwback to the death of Wolverine, and this is so well done. I love how he's kind of like, like quit smiling, man. It's cold out here type thing.
Yeah,
so
it's fantastic. That's a big sell. That's a big time sell. I do love Tony Moore. I think an artist that we don't talk about enough, maybe. Tony. My first introduction to Tony Moore was he did the first I think 5 or 6 issues of The Walking Dead, and then they moved to Charlie Adlard, who is also fantastic. But yeah, those first 5 or 6 look a little bit different, and Tony Moore was on the art for those, and he did a fantastic job. And so it's cool to see him, see some of his books, his artwork pop up every now and then. And this is a cool one. I haven't seen this one before, so I love this cover. This is hilarious. It's just great.
Yeah, really cool. Deadpool 45, the 1 in 100, the raw $250. But moving on, we were just talking about Doctor Strange. We were just talking about Angela. If I would have told you guys that this was an Adam Hughes cover without knowing this as a fact now, would you have thought that? Because I didn't. Doctor Strange issue 11. We go back to 2016. It's the 1 in 50 ratio by Adam Hughes. There's only 29 of these on the CGC census in a 9.8, and a 9.8 just recently sold for $150 US. Baker Shaker this week, man. I love Adam Hughes, dude. And, I say it every time, man. Meeting him at Terrificon, sure, he's not the type to really, chat it up with you. He's not gonna have full conversations, but dude, I would have never thought this was an Adam Hughes cover.
No, it doesn't have that same vibe, but I don't know. Like knowing that and looking at it, I can kind of see it in the Scarlet Witch kind of is that face work back there. But I wouldn't immediately jump to say, oh, that's an Adam Hughes cover. Adam Hughes single-handedly the reason I buy Catwoman covers.
Yeah. Dude.
One man and one man only is the reason I buy Catwoman covers.
And you know what, man? I see all of those Catwoman issues doing well, dude. Like, dude, there's an LCS here that's selling like every issue at like $10 a pop, and like they fly.
Yep.
Like people claim that right away.
I had one come in a collection that I bought, and I was like, yeah, that's never gonna get resold. That's going straight in my box. Like, thanks for trying. Yeah, hey, this is cool. I hadn't seen this before. This is really interesting. Great pick.
I like this. Doctor Strange 11, the 1 in 50 ratio by Adam Hughes, CGC 98, $150. Now moving on from that, Foom! Yes! I swear to God, bro, I just saw Ozzy, I think it was earlier today or yesterday, sharing a Foom cover that I really want that has the Hulk on it. But all the Foom covers are amazing. You've got, Cockrum on these. We go back to 1975. Now, this particular book here, this cover actually predates Giant Size X-Men #1 and X-Men 94. CGC 9.0 of this one, $1,500, man. So cool. Such a dude. I talk about this every chance I get when it comes to Foom. If you look at the entire run of these Foom magazines, dude, like every cover is just pure banger after banger. There's like no duds.
No, not at all. And we see them pop up consistently on these high aftermarket sales. They're really sought after for good reason, and this one in particular is sought after for good reason. And for me, if I had the coin just sitting here, I probably wouldn't hesitate to pull the trigger on one of these because they're really, really, really cool. And the covers are, like you said, they're just fire, absolute fire.
I might eventually make it a mission, man, to complete the entire Foom run in my collection. Like, I really want to pick up all these Foom books, man, because
it's also just fun to say.
Yeah, I got Foom. Yeah, dude, and some great art in all of them. The Foom books are just amazing, guys. Foom number 10, CGC 90, $1,500, man. Crazy.
So good. Worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Since we're gonna be in the 70s, let's go to 1973 with ASM Amazing Spider-Man issue 121. This one being the death of Gwen Stacy. This is one book that I am missing when it comes to Gwen Stacy key books that I have in my collection. I'm missing this one, and I'm missing the first what's it called? When she becomes fucking with the symbiote, dude. Gwenom? Is it
First
Gwenom?
Gwenom, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I'm missing. So I want those two. But 104 CGC 98s on the census of this one. Pretty impressive, actually, that there's 104. CGC 98, $6,500. Baker Shaker this week. What a big moment within comics, man. I say it all the time that there's two deaths within comics that should stay forever. And obviously, it's got to be Gwen Stacy and Uncle Ben. Now, Gwen Stacy coming back, everybody, and I mean everybody, was kind of like in shock when Gwen Stacy ended up becoming Ghost Spider. So there was backlash from the hardcores, and then you had some that really enjoyed it. It's safe to say that Gwen Stacy, Spider Gwen, Ghost Spider, is a household name, dude.
Sorry. I liked that little reaction you gave me there. That was good. Keep that energy, Lando. Just keep that energy, big dog. Ghost Spider? I can't wait. For this. Yeah. I think for me, Spider-Gwen was really well done. Even the solo series that started not long after they debuted the character was a lot of fun, and I think there's no doubt the character's here to stay. It's a very popular character. I know that it did bother some people, but letting that bother people, or letting that bother you is one thing. Read the story and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot. It felt really, really, really cool. What I would like to know is how many watermelons you think Spider-Man could crush with them bodacious thighs right there. Man. I don't think I've ever looked at just how thick them things are.
I never looked at it until you just pointed it out.
Yeah, look at it.
Last thing I look at, man. First thing I look at is Gwen, and then I'm looking at MJ, and then Jonah, but not the thighs.
Well, now you are.
When I was doing the slides earlier today, man, at this book, my son actually saw this, and he's a huge fan of everything Spider-Man right now. And so he sees this, and he's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Well, this is when Gwen Stacy, goes to heaven." I don't want to tell him dies, but I'm like, goes to heaven, and he's like, "What do you mean she dies?" I'm like, "What?" Like, okay, so you know this. But yeah, anyway, so I had to explain this to him. He's like,
"Let me tell you whose fault it was."
Yeah, but I did. I told him it was Green Goblin, and then when I told him that Green Goblin is Harry's dad, he was like, "Dude, like, shook." He was shook. He's like, "No," you know what I mean? Like, he was learning everything today, and then he's like, "But how is she dead? Isn't she like Ghost Spider?" And I look at him, I'm like, "You're right, but this is gonna take you a lot of time. Like, you need to like sit back."
I can't break you. I can't break you with all of this comic knowledge in one sitting, bud.
Yeah, no, exactly, dude. But like, it was awesome to see how into this he was.
What is this book?
Green Goblin.
What is this book? This is your college fund.
Yeah. But I want this so bad in my collection, man. Amazing Spider-Man 121 CGC 9.8 $6,500. Moving on, guys. The Baker Shakers are gonna be fire, man. Brace yourselves, man. Batman 43. Dude, it's so funny because you were just talking about Snyder, and now we go back to 2015. This is actually a $4.99 newsstand edition, as you can see there with the little barcode to the bottom left. First appearance of Mr. Bloom, 5 CGC 9.8s on the census when it comes to this particular newsstand, and a 9.8 just sold for $350. That is quite some premium when it comes to this particular issue. Baker Shaker this week, and yeah, man. Travis, what's your thoughts on that?
This is one of my favorite covers of the run. It's one of my favorite covers. I love it. I really love it. But yeah, the big sell here is the rare copy. The $4.99 newsstand. This is not an easy copy to come by. And it's definitely it's like Magnus said, this is one of those ones you pick up at Barnes and Noble. But yeah, for me, like this is one of the more striking covers, I think, from the later part of this run. The early part of the run, it felt like almost every cover had some kind of crazy, like, oh my god, look at this, this looks so good, this is so cool, this cover pops. And after around, I don't know, issue 30 or 40, it starts to kind of slip a little bit. Not slip, like Greg Capullo's art in this whole series is great.
That's it, man. Like Capullo with Snyder. Like, I kind of feel like Dragotta now with Snyder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. You're right. And they continue to do great work after this series together. And Capullo really did a great job. I love the way he drew Bruce. I love the way he drew all of these characters. It really. It was fantastic. Even the spread with the Joker, I think it was in one of the issue, I don't know, 30s or something like that. But it was really good. It was I think it was called Endgame or something like that, which is funny. But this series, I mean, this cover always jumped out at me. The actual Mr. Bloom arc wasn't as good as some of the other arcs in the series, but this cover always jumped out to me. This is a really cool one. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
rare book. I actually didn't know that this variant of this book was out there. So yeah, it sucks. I wish I had it.
Yeah, no, exactly, man. It's same thing, dude. When I saw it on the list, I was like, okay, so they had Newsies, and of course, as we get into the 2000s, like these are very hard to come across.
Scarce, very scarce.
It's as scarce as it can be, man. So of course, Batman 43, the $4.99 newsstand edition. First appearance of Mr. Bloom, CGC 98, $350. Now up next, I'm gonna give you guys a little crash course here, man. You're probably wondering, what the hell am I looking at? This is The Legend of Zelda, and it's from 1994. It is from the United Kingdom, and it was kind of like a promotional here that covered Link's Awakening, A Link to the Past. You guys remember those video games. There's only 2 of these in total that are graded at CGC, and the highest grade is actually this 8.5 that's sold for $220, which I consider to be a steal when it comes to this. The other grade below, I believe, was an 8.0, something like that. But you're wondering for sure what is going on within this book. It's actually really cool, man. I want to show you guys. So within the book, man, you basically like it's like flip page. Not like you read this page and then you go to another page that you want to pretty much decide his fate type thing. You know what I mean? So it's like you stick to that code of the page, like you can see at the bottom there's like the ruby or whatever, the triangle. So you stick to that, and that's going to continue that story. Or then
it's like a choose your own adventure.
Exactly. That's exactly what this is, man. It's really cool what takes place within this book. But for me, what's even more cool is the fact that I had no idea that this book even existed. And when I was doing some research on this, now I need it.
Yeah, it's your killing joke.
No, not killing joke, but I want it. Like I dude, you gotta understand, man. I've spent so many hours, days, months playing Link's Awakening, and of course, Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. I can go on forever. To me, this is one that I would want within my collection. If you're a Zelda fan, I just want to put this out there because even I myself had no idea that this was out there.
I mean, Zelda's like my second favorite video game series ever. So yeah, this is definitely up there. I think what's the context here? Was this just a book that was available, or did it come with the game?
I'm not too sure because there was no information on on that front. Sorry, I was like checking everywhere, man, and apparently this was just some kind of like promotional that was just out there, is what I'm understanding. Like maybe you could walk to a corner store. I don't know. What was it at a Walmart?
I got a guy that has these video game books. You know what I'm talking about because I got one recently. Yeah. And I might throw some DMs around and see if I can track something down. Maybe help you out here, big dog.
Yeah, it's dude, I would highly appreciate that, but it's so cool. Oh, I said highly, I almost said Hyrule.
I would Hyrule appreciate that.
What a dork. What a dork. But,
what a D, ORC.
Yeah, exactly. But Legend of Zelda, man, this is a UK book from 1994. 2 total graded on the census for CGC, and a CGC 8.5, $220. Shout out to Lindman. What's going on?
That's a good price. That's a good price. I know you said that earlier. I'm fine with that. I'd be fine with that. This
I would buy it happily. Happily. Just take my wallet. Do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hashtag dork.
Hashtag dork.
That's what it's going to be. But moving on. You spoke about Green Lantern, baby, and here we are. Green Lantern issue 55. We go back to 2010. This is the 1-in-25 ratio. You got Doug Monk, 74. CGC 9.8 on the census, guys. CGC 9.8 sold for $520. Baker Shaker this week. Look at him. Yeah. Look at him with all them rings.
Yeah, nice homage to Green Lantern 49. I had to figure. I couldn't remember which issue it was, but yeah, it's good. Green Lantern 49 homage, and I love this. This is really, really, really good stuff. We've seen it pop up occasionally. Doug Mankey did great work on this series.
I pronounce it monkey.
Monkey. Yeah, this is good stuff, man. So I love that this happened after the whole lights lantern spectrum stuff, so we got to see all the different colors on there. You know, it's just a cool thing. So really neat and a great homage. And the original cover is one of the best Green Lantern covers ever. Absolutely no question about it. So it's very cool. If you get both of them, put them side by side, they look awesome together.
I feel like there's people out there probably buying collections or shops out there buying collections that just might make this one slip right through the cracks and not even realize that this is a 1-in-25 ratio that is pretty hard to come across. CGC 9.8 selling at $520. That's some big coin right there.
It's big money. Obviously, there's a Lobo bump, but that's still big money.
Yeah. So I have faith. I think we can come across this out in the wild
at some point. Yeah, I think this is again. This is one of those that you buy a collection and it's just stuffed in there somewhere.
It's gotta be. But anyways, Green Lantern 55, CGC 9.8, $520. Moving on. Probably my favorite cover out of the entire Absolute Wonder Woman run, and maybe slightly biased because everybody knows I love Panosian, but we go back to 2024 to when this issue dropped, and the 1 in 25 ratio by Panosian was one that stood out to me immediately. CGC 98 selling for $300. Baker Shaker this week, there's 144 CGC 98s on the census of this one. And I remember, dude, before Absolute Wonder Woman even came out, I had seen this cover and I shared it to my story. And I shit you not, dude. When I shared this to my story, I had so many people hitting me up. They're like, yo, what's this for? When's this coming out? No. What the heck? No. Like, dude, I do that every now and then where I'll put up some cool covers, whatever, and people are asking me, like, hey, what's this for? When I put this Panosian cover up, like people didn't even know who Panosian was, surprisingly, at this point. And I was like, wow, this had to be one of the covers of the year in 2024. Like, had to be.
Yeah, I think so. Did you get this one?
This, no, I didn't, dude. It was impossible for me to pick up.
That sucks. I didn't get it either. It's why it kind of shitty for you to put it on this thing because it just hurts my soul. But otherwise, you know, whatever, dude. You can always just, you know, try a little harder next time. But anyway, no, I'm not bitter at all. I'm not angry. I've gotten over it clearly. There's no hate in my heart for not getting this book. $300 is a lot of money. But it's especially for a book that's got 144 9.8s on the census. But I don't know, man. You catch me on the right day, I might get it. It really is one of the best variants in all of the Absolute run. It's just that good,
bro. It's everything about it, man. The way he, like,
even the slight jaw tilt, like, it's just
everything. Yeah, the eyebrows, the eyes, man. The way she's staring you down, like the hair flow, the lightning happening behind her, the fucking Final Fantasy sword that we call it. Literally everything about it, front to back, top to bottom. Love this cover so much, man. It's one, like I said, I hope to have this at some point in my collection. I continue to be patient, but I wished I could have grabbed this dude at launch, but it wasn't the case. It was impossible for me to grab one. But yeah, I know it's the Cloudbuster, but it's fun to say the Final Fantasy sword. Especially now that I know it bothers you. But anyways, Absolute Wonder Woman #1, the 1 in 25 ratio by Dan Panosian, CGC 98, $300. And here we go. Blade #1, guys. We go back to 1999. Bart Sears variant. It's not the first time you guys hear me talk about this book. There's 15 CGC 98s on the census. CGC 98 sold for $680. Baker Shaker this week, man. And let me tell you, dude, Bart Sears on this story, art, everything. I love Bart Sears' work. There's something about it, man. It feels like 90s. It's just like, I don't know, man. It screams my childhood type thing, you know. And I love Bart Sears' work. And this cover is rather hard to come across. You know that this was an open order, right?
No, I didn't. That's crazy. Bart Sears is fantastic. This is a 90s ass cover, though, isn't it?
Sorry?
This is a very 90s ass cover, isn't it, though? I mean, this is 90s as it gets. I mean, the font, everything about this is 90s, and it's delicious. It's a delicious 90s cover. Love it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
100%, dude. No, Uni, I didn't end up getting it, man. The pre-order game was going to consist of me getting 25 copies of that Absolute Wonder Woman, which today I regret not doing. But it's a big buy-in. Big buy-in. But yeah, man.
Speaking of big buy-in, $680 on this one is wild. Yep. I mean, probably worth it. I'm not saying it's not worth it, but that's a big number. It's pretty cool. You know, I gotta. The first time I really ever dug into Bart Sears was after the show one time, and I need to look into it more. Bart's stuff is really cool,
dude. I not last year, the year before, 2024, with Cliff and Justin and everyone, dude. I came across this. I came across not this cover. I came across the regular cover, dude. It was in a dollar bin at Terrificon, man. And when I pulled it out, like I was like looking around because like I know Newbie had just went through the box. I think like the paperweights. Like we were a bunch of guys. I'm like, No one took it. Okay, cool. I'm taking this. Like, yeah, cool. But yeah, man, I was super excited to pick it up because, dude, the Blade Bart Sears stuff it's just greatness. Just
It's
pure
really
greatness.
cool. It's really awesome, and like I said, this is just 90s, and it's so cool.
Yeah, I like it, man. Blade number one, the Bart Sears variant, CGC 98, $680. We are gonna do a service to my man right here, who is the only Star Trek fan out there in this world. Star Trek number one. I'm just kidding. 1967, Gold Key, first Star Trek comic book. There's only 14 9.2s, and there's only 23 total that are higher than this. That goes all the way from like 9.4, 9.6, 9.8, etc. 9.2 sold for $6,500, dude. If I'm not mistaken, I think on the census I saw only one 9.8 when it comes to this book.
Yeah. Fuck this book. I'm sorry, guys. This one hurts. This is a book that never goes down in price. There's no dip. There is no dip on this book. You can get it for, I mean, you can get lucky and get it, a little cheaper, but there's no real dip here. This book never goes down. And the drop off from 1 to 2 is substantial. I have a beautiful copy of number 2 that I paid like $30 for raw. Just beautiful copy, probably like a mid 8, something like that. A really nice copy. High grades of these are, like I said, there's not a ton of them. The conditions are very, very, very scattered. If you buy one raw, they're usually pretty beat. Like Hyper, that's a good deal, man. Like I'd be all over that. VG minus for 75 Canadian. That's a great deal. But I really would. This is one of those books that I would really like to hold out and get one graded, or get one that was already graded. But this is the big Star Trek key. Like this is the one that, if you don't have it, if you go and you go get it, this is it. All of these, I believe it's the first 10, have photo covers of some sort, and they're all very popular. They feature various members from the original series on the covers, and they're very popular to get signed by the members of the show that are the cast members of the show that are still with us currently, which there's only a handful left. But
Sadly,
but it's definitely these first 10 issues are very sought after from Gold Key, and I try to pick them up whenever I can. Sadly, this one has eluded me. It will not elude me for much longer. I believe I will have this book within the next 2 years for sure.
So, dude, 1,172 copies graded on the CGC census. There's one 9.8. Just one.
Not surprising at all.
So to see a 9.2, which, like I said, there's 14 9.2s, then you got 14 9.4, you get 8 9.6, and then that soul a 9.8. If 9.2 is selling at $6,500, man, I could only imagine what kind of bank that 9.8 would bring in.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a very, very large sale. I mean, $6,500 for a 9.2. Maybe it's because I'm a fan. I'm not balking at that. I mean, there are some modern Star Trek variants that go for big money. I just bought one that I've been after for a very long time because it's a ghost. You cannot find it, and so there are a lot of really interesting Star Trek books out there. But again, this is the book. This is the one. That's why I said F this book, because I can't get a hold of a copy that I really want, that I'm ready to pull the trigger on. And it like hangs in front of my face all the time. It's on, my eBay just throws it up constantly. Hey, check it out. You want to buy it? No.
Yeah.
So
I feel like you're right when it comes to eBay, because I do tend to see the Star Trek 1 show up pretty often.
Yeah, it's just like a big middle finger every time I log in. I'm like, I'm just looking for tracking. Leave me alone.
That's hilarious. But are we talking Hulk 1 prices for a 9.8? That I don't know, man. I mean,
I'm not
again,
sure about that.
It's the Soul one. I don't think it would be Hulk 1 numbers, but
It'd be big.
In today's market, when it comes to the hobby, nothing would surprise me if it would go for such coin, right? So that being said, Star Trek number 1 in a CGC.
Thanks for putting this on there, guys, for real.
Oh no, dude, of course. CGC 9.2, $6,500. Guys, that was the market report. Hang tight. We are diving right into the hot topics, which we've got some pretty fun ones to talk about tonight. So, Travis, for the last time, you ready, sir?
Born ready. Let's do it.
Let's go. All right, guys, it's time for the hot topics. It seems like Steve is back. I'm not too sure. Let's see. Yes, Steve is sitting there. How are you, sir? You surviving?
I don't see tears.
Oh no, these are the happy times.
Happy time. There you go, man. So what's the score?
16-3 Patriots.
Okay, not bad, dude. If the Packers could blow that lead, you never know.
Let's not say no negative thoughts. Come on, guys.
I'm sorry. Who said? I'm sorry. I gotta give some props. Whoever said 12 cents on New Comic Book Day, that's fantastic for Star Trek 1. It was only 12 cents on New Comic Book Day in fucking 1967.
Oh man, hilarious.
Oh my god,
I missed it. Star Trek 198 at least 20K, right? Yeah, I think so, dude. I absolutely think hands down.
Huge book.
Yeah, but yeah. All right, let's get into some of the hot topics within the week. We're going to look at some of the news and all of the fun jazz that took place. Buzzworthy, of course. Let's just talk about that. So, first and foremost, the immediate talk around town was that Sebastian Stan has been casted in DC, and people are saying that he's reportedly going to be playing Harvey Dent in the Batman 2. Now, Batman 2 is expected to release in 2027, October 1st to be exact. To the left-hand side, Boss Logic doing Boss Logic things. I love that. Yeah, I saw it, and it really put it into perspective for me how he would actually really look the part. It would be amazing. And it's funny because he always has
something missing.
Something else on the other side. Like the arm thing, right? You can see like he's got one half one way. But anyways.
They're putting my man in a box, dog.
Literally,
this is typecasting.
Yep. But dude, Sebastian Stan, man, he crushed it as Bucky. And you know, when Steve was talking about his first go around in the MCU, he was saying that his favorite movie was Winter Soldier. To be honest with you, man, right. When I watched Winter Soldier, I was like, holy shit, I need me a Captain America first appearance of the Winter Soldier. Obviously, I'm not going to get Bucky because I don't got that coin, but I needed that book. I still haven't gotten it, just so you know. See, Steve, that's how patient I have been. Yeah. But he crushed it, dude. I thought he did such an amazing job as Bucky and, you know, playing Winter Soldier. I think he's going to do exactly the same when it comes to Harvey Dent, dude. I could totally see it in that universe, right?
It's gonna work.
Yeah, I think it'll work great. You know, it's been interesting to see some of the casting in this movie so far. You know, they're letting it out little, you know, bit by bit, and I think this one is a really good fit overall. And you know, I think I learned my lesson when they casted Colin Farrell as the Penguin.
Yeah.
And I immediately was like, what? Okay.
And I will say, Steve, have you watched The Penguin?
No, I think I watched a few episodes and then I fell off, and I just have to get back onto it.
In my honest opinion, The Penguin is a 10 on 10. Yeah. I dude, the acting chops, everything. It felt like a high-end movie. Every episode, HBO Max brought the fire with The Penguin.
It was visibly stressful.
Yeah,
like as a watch, like it was one of those where like you finish the episode and I look over at my wife and she's just like,
yeah. Bro, my wife was hooked on The Penguin, man, and my wife couldn't care less about any comic book characters. The Penguin had her reeled in like crazy. She was like, I can't wait till next Sunday. I can't wait till next, you know what I mean? Like she couldn't wait till the next drop. And it was that good. Now, when we look at Matt Reeves and everything he's doing on the DC side, I get it. I know a lot of people think that it sucks that, like, you know, DC's got the James Gunn stuff and everything, and then you've got Matt Reeves. I'm loving the Matt Reeves stuff. Like the Matt Reeves stuff so far has been fire. Batman 1 was amazing, and of course, I mean Penguin, it goes without saying.
Yeah. Pat Bat works, man. I knew it was going to be a good fit. I was very excited about that. I know. God, hyper, dude.
Killed it.
Killed it. It's so good. Um, but yeah, I love the casting. I think it's a good I think it's a good fit, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with it.
Yeah.
You know, I know there was some hemming and hawing about getting Harvey again, and that's fine. I guess you're probably not going to get a B tier Batman baddie into a movie right away. So Riddler was a good start. I know that they said that Barry Keoghan was going to be back as Joker, which is fine. That I know we didn't get to see him a ton in the first movie, so it'd be interesting to see where that goes. But it's setting up a lot of things. I personally love Harvey. I love Two-Face. I love the character. I think it's great, so I don't mind seeing it again. We've already got a lot of players in this universe right now, so
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a bad fit at all. I think it'll be fun.
No. Exactly, man. I can't wait for this. And so far, I mean, I want to see Court of Owls. I want to see so much more.
That's the one that I feel like is has the potential to be a great movie push, right? Or
Yeah.
or a high end TV show push, like something. It feels like the Court would fit very well on a screen.
Yeah, it's got to happen. And Sebastian Stan playing Harvey Dent, I'm all for it. So if that be the case, hell yeah, I'm here for it. Now, moving on from this though, very quick, I want to let you guys know in case you missed it. There's an Invincible video game coming out. That's right,
Yeah.
man. It's called Invincible Versus. As you can see there, man, you've got like Omni-Man, you've got obviously Invincible, you got Battle Beast. Like there's so much going on. I'm so pumped. I just want to put this out there for the gamers and to the left-hand side. If you're wondering why I'm sharing that particular cover, well, that's actually going to be the EB Games GameStop exclusive. So make sure if you're going to pre-order this, you might want to pick up that exclusive. Dude, it's crazy to think how Invincible went from, the comic book, Robert Kirkman, etc., and then becomes the TV show. Huge, huge success over on Amazon. Now dipping into video games. I walk in Walmart, dude. They've got like mystery fucking like not keychains, but like these little stupid
Yeah.
gadgets, like toys, whatever that like you just mystery open. You might
Yeah.
get Invincible or whoever it is. It's crazy, man. Invincible's everywhere.
I think we talked about this. I think it was on maybe the end of your show about how Invincible might be that modern run, that one modern run that's hitting wild numbers. It's just it's one of these things that we're just seeing, across the board, across the entire run. You're not going to get one of these issues for, they're all consistently selling for $20 or more, and that's at the back end of the run. You know what I mean? And it's one of the like. This is one of the big iconic runs in modern comic history, I think. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Does one of these pre-order bundles come with a comic? I believe it does. I saw that, right?
Yeah, as you could see, as even Hyper is saying that the exclusive for Invincible 1 has a reprint. Sorry, it's going to have a reprint of Invincible 1 that's going to be included with the deluxe edition. So,
yeah, that for me is enough reason to pre-order this because I mean, it's going to be just having that book is going to be a lot of fun. Plus, who doesn't love a good fighting game? Invincible, I think, for a lot of people is one of those that if you were buying comics or reading comics at the time, it sort of it stings a little bit if you didn't get into it at when the getting was good.
Yeah.
When because now if you're trying to buy them, and I try to fight the urge, I go in like little Invincible tears where I just like buy books. I'll just buy Invincible back issues, and it's expensive and it sucks, and I don't advise it if you like your money and you don't want to part with it, because the back issues are insane.
yeah, and the exclusive is the exact same price as the regular edition. You know what I mean? So it says that it comes with an art box. So yeah, sorry, it's exclusive box art,
Mhm.
and it comes with the comic. So that's No brainer. Same price. I'm going for that.
I think so too. Steve, are you watching Invincible? Did you watch Invincible?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll say this. It's fantastic. Obviously, it deserves all the praise and love it gets. I will say that Invincible is one of the most beautifully done shows I've ever seen. The animation is captivating. I don't know. It's just something so clean and fantastic about it. I can't look at that show enough. It's really great.
Yeah. But anyways, just wanted to put that out there. But moving on from that, guys, apparently Sony is reportedly now open to sharing its characters with Marvel Studios, and it's no surprise here. Now, Sony holds the exclusive film rights to approximately 900 Marvel characters, basically everybody within the Spider-Man universe. And that includes all variants, that includes villains, that includes many, many things, guys. So, why do I say no surprise? Well, look where we're headed now within the MCU, and also look at the state of Sony. I mean, it's about time they finally woke up and said, you know what, maybe we do need this help. So let's do some sharing here. But Miles Morales making his way into the MCU is pretty much inevitable. I feel like it's gonna come a lot sooner than we think it is. I know people out there are saying otherwise, but it just feels like it's bound to happen sooner than later. And I think not only just Miles, there's a lot of things happening within the MCU that would benefit right now by sharing these characters and back and forth. Mind you, Tom Holland himself was shared, right? But there's the whole agreement of like Tom Holland stays MCU type thing. He's the Spider-Man for the MCU, and that's that. I'm again, no surprise here. I think the timing is perfect. You got Secret Wars around the corner. Miles Morales. I mean, if you read the Hickman run, you kind of know where I'm going with this. It all makes sense.
Yeah, I think so. And I think probably the best thing long term for the characters. I'm not dogging the Sony movies. They've been variable in quality at times, but they've had some decent bright spots. But and they've had some low spots as well. But overall, I think that we probably feel a little better with the characters in the hands of Disney or at the MCU. But we'll see. I feel like we talk about this a lot, but until it happens, I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
No, exactly. Now, Steve, you're watching all of the MCU and stuff like that. You're probably you figured out now why there's such a shit show when it comes to Spider-Man in the MCU and his characters, etc. The whole situation between Sony, right?
Well, I know that they have all the rights, right?
Yes. So we go back to Tobey Maguire time. And it was at this point, like, Marvel was like, there was a time Marvel was going bankrupt, man.
Yeah.
Thank God Blade existed and other things after that. Marvel didn't have many properties when it comes to X-Men, Deadpool, Fantastic Four. These were all sold out to these companies.
Yeah.
So now that's why I say we're eating good right now, because Marvel is now handling all of these characters. I definitely want to see Sony and Marvel finally come to an agreement, because there's so much missing when it comes to, let's say, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, even these villains, man. Don't forget that these villains didn't just only clash with Spider-Man, Peter Parker. There's a lot of villains within the Spider-Man rogue dude that like have had other issues with other characters. I'm excited now with the fact that, okay, we're seeing Kingpin now with Daredevil, and now Disney has that back. The potential to do things there alone is going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar, obviously, with all these other, all these Spider-Man villains and whatever. All I know right now is Ultimate Universe and what I see in the video game that I'm playing. So
yeah, no, that's fine, dude.
Oh, you're playing the game. The game's awesome. It's so good.
It is fun.
Yeah, I would be excited. I would be excited, but I feel like Sony's always that guy with the dollar at the end of the fishing pole, right? gotta be quicker than that. You know,
Yeah.
like just until it happens, I'm just not gonna hold my breath.
Yeah, no, exactly, man. But let's see how this ends up panning out. But speaking Spider-Man, guys, there's a few things I want to bring up. Okay, I saw this actually come out recently, and people were only now starting to talk about it. But yes, this did happen within Radioactive Spider-Man, where he was addressed as Spin via Ghost Spider, and of course you have Spider-Man that's there. Now, when he's called Spin, as you could see within the word bubble there, it says you make jokes all the time. Spin. Spin is the name that was given to him, and it's within Spidey and Spidey and his amazing friends. That's the show that I keep telling you guys that my kids are watching now. They address him as Spin within the show, and that's to differentiate, right? That Spider-Man is Spider-Man. Miles is somebody. He's still Spider-Man, but like they give him a different name just to differentiate. Yes, they're two Spider-Men, but in reality, even us as the comic readers, the collectors, if you notice one thing, no one ever calls Miles Spider-Man. They call Miles Miles. That's always been his name. So now he gets addressed as Spin in the comic. And I think that was with the intent of, them acknowledging that it's caught on via the cartoon. And like all these kids, man, let me tell you, that's how they all address him. I know because I've got two boys in my house that watch this, but I got friends that got, their daughters, their sons, their kids, and everything. Dude, I show up in a hockey room, in a hockey dressing room with my kids, and they're talking about Spin, right? They call him Spin. So now they're bringing it forth within the comic. So I saw a lot of people kind of like, why the hell are they calling him something different? This isn't new, guys. This has been happening for quite some time. I'm sure Travis, Steve, maybe. I don't know if your daughters are watching any of these Spidey and His Amazing Friends.
Yeah.
The theme song itself, sang by Patrick from Fall Out Boy. They call him Spin, even in the song.
Yeah. I don't see a problem with this.
I don't know. Travis looks like he's got a problem.
Hate it.
Yeah.
I've never liked it. I'm sorry. It's just weird. I don't and I gotta say this. I like full PSA here. Like I'm not I'm not hating it because I have a better idea of what to call him. I don't know, man. It's weird. It's a weird name. And look, yeah, I get it. Like we all call him Miles, and you can't just call him Miles. Obviously, I mean you can, but it doesn't even make sense. Like even like Ghost Spider like is cool, but that wasn't. I mean, from what I understand, and I might be wrong here, but from my own beat up memory here, I know that her original name was Spider Gwen. That was what that's what the creators were going to call her. Ghost Spider she was renamed Ghost Spider later. Yeah. And like at least with that, it sounds like kind of spider-ish, right? Yeah. But it just like I don't know if it's permanent or what they're doing or if they're just kind of using it as a nickname or whatever. But like, it doesn't feel even spider related, and I'm not hating because I don't really have a better idea for it, right? So like I can't be the guy that says huh, you suck and not give you anything to say that like oh this is what he should be called or something like that. But it's fine. Let the kids have fun. I'm not gonna be that. I'm not gonna poo-poo the kids. It's fine.
It's crazy how far it's gotten now. Like that they called him Spin within the cartoon, and now it's like falling into comics, and now people are like, "What the hell is going on?" And it is crazy that it's gotten to this point, and to the point where kids have really embraced the name. So now Marvel's kind of like rolling with that. You know what I mean? And as you can see within the comics, and anybody who is doubting that Spin, that's right, Miles Morales can even spin. Well, you may have forgotten about this cover because this dude. Oh yeah, look at him, Raza. How sick!
Ooh. That's pretty cool.
Raza is really good,
dude. You remember this S when we were in in school?
I'll draw that bitch right now. I remember exactly how to do it.
Exactly, man. Yeah, you do the 3 lines and the 3 lines and
the 3 lines. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro.
Yeah. So
as a man with quite a few S's in his name, it made for some hilarious name writing.
Oh man, I just had to give that throwback to the
I bet
S.
I
But,
bet Steve wrote his name with that S. Didn't you?
Oh yeah.
but you know what? Speaking on that cartoon, man, I also want to show you guys this because apparently, Marvel, what they're actually doing when it comes to the cartoon, just to show you how much of an impact it's had. Marvel Studios checks with the Spidey and his Amazing Friends team to avoid MCU story conflicts. So it's the first Marvel project to reach 1 billion hours streamed on Disney Plus. So just to show you how much this is being watched, or even if it's just on in the background, it seems that when it comes to the kids in general, this seems to be the go-to show for kids. I'll flip on Disney Junior or whatever for the kids, and it's always playing. It's always in like the top 3 of things playing. It's like when we were kids, man. You remember, like, we had our Saturday morning cartoons. You knew exactly what was going to be taking place. Obviously, it changed
Mhm.
throughout time, but
Yeah.
obviously, this is highly being watched. So it's no surprise to me that that name caught on. And just to give you guys a little something extra when it comes to this, look how fast they are moving with certain characters, because Simbi is making his way into the actual show. So now Simbi is going to become a household name. And I've said this before. It's only a matter of time. Like, if they give us Spider Boy and they introduce us, the Spider Boy to the kids, these are all characters that I could see our kids looking for in the future, right? They're gonna be like, oh shit, that's the first appearance of Simbi. It's Amazing Spider-Man 11. He's on the cover. I know he's in Time Slide, guys. I know he's in Time Slide. You call it a cameo if you want, but just to show you, man, they are going all over the place. And even one of the most recent releases of characters in comics is already going to be making his way into a show. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I like it though. I mean, the show is a lot of fun. It's really cool, and it's even had a spin-off with the new Iron Man show. I don't know if you've watched that.
Yeah, dude. Iron.
Do you know who does the theme song for that one?
Yeah, it's Matt.
Mark
Mark Hoppus.
Hoppus.
My
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, from Blink-182. So they're I don't know what millennial is in charge over there, but they're
Yeah,
having
dude.
fun with the music budget. All right.
And you want to know how it's trickling, dude? You want to know how it's trickling into my drive-ins to school and daycare and everything when I'm dropping the kids off? Daddy, can you put Blink 182? Yes. Can you put Fall Out Boy? Yes. Let's go. They're falling into that, right?
Yeah,
Wonderful.
and it's cool to see. Like, look, the show itself is really a lot of fun. We watch it constantly, and it's always on TV here, and it has really made kids spider freaks. I mean, they just love it. They're all about it constantly, and my kids constantly talking about it, and like I said, back to the spin thing. Whatever you get, Marvel obviously has gotten buy-in from the kids on this, and if the kids call him Spin, then they're going to continue to call him Spin. So that name probably is here to stay at some point. It's going to happen. So I just, my whole thing is just like, can we get like something like Spider? I know Spin a Web. I got it. Like Cliff educated me there, and that's good. That's good. But it would have taken me, like I said, some mental detours to get there. I would have had to really sit down there and like let the gears grind a little bit to get to that one. I just need, just give me Spider in the name. I don't care how you do it. Just give me a Spider something.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
I mean, like I said, these kids things are
He does left arrows. He said Simbi has that S on his chest. He does. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's there. He's not playing around. Yeah, you saw it here. Look, I'll show you guys very quickly again, and then
Look
we'll
at that
move on.
thing.
You see it even on the comic, dude. To the left hand side, you could briefly see it there.
So
And
cool.
yeah, I'm excited for that. But anyways, let's move on from the kids stuff and let's talk some big boy stuff, because we had a big boy sale. Oh my god, yes, $15 million record breaking sale for Action Comics #1. It's the highest valued comic in existence, and it is certified, of course, by CGC. This was the one that belonged and came from his collection. Whose collection am I talking about?
Nick
Anybody?
Cage.
Yeah, exactly. Nicolas Cage. It's such a wild story, this book, right? Because like it was taken from him and now it's going around in rotation. I wonder what he's thinking to himself with this sale, man.
Yeah, man, this is wild. This is wild. You know what? We had the highest selling comic in comic history for all of what, 2 months?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
Literally.
It was
yeah,
what, 9 million? No.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And literally my two holiest of holy grails back to back. So been a tough pill to swallow here. You know, seeing the two books that I am never going to own because I'm the asshole that decided to collect Action Comics. You know, I love this. I love seeing this. This is these big record these big record breaking sales are huge. They're going to bring a lot of attention to our hobby. This book is the holiest of holy grails for me and for a lot of people. I think this is the book. I believe we talked about it the other week. This is the only book that I would buy a slabbed copy of the cover. Only the cover.
I would do the same for AF-15. I would do
Yeah.
the same for AF-15.
Yeah. I mean, and there's probably a couple books out there that maybe I would probably consider, but this is the one that I would for certain buy, just the cover. This is the biggest comic book for me of all time, and it is well worth being the highest selling, the highest selling book ever. And yeah, I love it. It's really cool that it is the Nicolas Cage book because I believe it was stolen for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's interesting that it's that book that has popped up and is
And it
going
kept itself in good condition. A 9.0 is pretty fucking impressive.
it is.
Dude,
It's an
it's
insane copy.
yeah, it's wild, man. And you know what? Whoever did end up buying this, man, you end up buying what seems to be a piece of history now because it's notorious for what ended up happening, right? With Nicolas Cage and this book getting stolen. Ozzy's saying that like didn't he sell this after I think 2.2 I think he meant 2 years ago. I don't recall, to be honest with you, but it's just interesting, and it is exactly what Dan Del Torre said. It is such a healthy sign um, when it comes to the hobby and the market, the comic market. Um, 2026 being a good year. I mean, out the gate, we already hold the highest record right now with this one sale for Action Comics #1. It is a huge sale, monstrous, and like you guys were saying as well, we just had the highest sale like take place about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, not even. So here we are now back at it with another huge sale, impressive sale, and my God, man, it's just
Mm.
wild to see. Who was it that I saw holding the last one, man? Was it Steve Aoki?
Yep, Steve Aoki was holding it. Yep, lucky SOB.
You think
I
the
just-
backstory of this book has influenced the price of the sale?
It might have a little bit of the. It might have a little bit of the. It's probably worth a couple extra thousand, probably just for the fun of that. But I think just on its own, I think this book kind of stands head and shoulders above, just about any other book.
So it gets its 15 million on its own merits without the story.
After the 9 million for Superman 1, yeah, I'd say probably
Yeah.
it's getting it on its own merits. Superman 1 was a really, really, really amazing copy as well.
Yep.
But yeah, I definitely would say that the story probably gave it a little bit of a bump for sure because the Nick Cage Action Comics one is kind of a legendary book. So just because of the whole story behind it and everything. So
That is 50,000 absolute Batman #1s if you wanted to buy this. I'm sure somebody can start clearing out.
Lando, you got that, don't you? You got about 50,000 of them.
I'm like 49,990 copies short of doing that. But yeah, man, huge sale. So I was happy to see that take place. Now, lesson learned. What am I talking about? The blind bags, guys. Last week we spoke about the blind bags and Marvel. So I wanted to bring this up because, obviously there was a lot of people now hesitating, man, putting their toe back in the water type thing. Like, do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? I hope that Marvel did learn their lesson. So they apparently came out, and Marvel is like promising comic book stores that they won't have the same kind of problems that many of them had with the Ultimate Endgame True Believers blind bag, which saw damages literally all over the place, dude. Like every book that anybody was opening, Steve actually corrected himself after the
Yes, I'm
show
gonna.
last
Yeah.
but yeah, when Brian was on and we finished the show with Cliff, it was myself, Steve, Izzy, Cliff, and Brian backstage, and then we took a better look at the books, and they were damaged, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah. I want to clear the air on that one. I didn't get that lucky.
yeah, no, and nobody did, dude. Nobody did.
Yeah.
I had pretty much all of my copies except one, which is very minor damage, but like not nowhere close to the other ones. So they're saying that they're gonna do everything they have to do. They say here, while we confirmed early shipments and production checks did not have the issues, we are working to implement different packaging alternatives, additionally quality checks, and other production changes to ensure March's Daredevil. Well, it's no longer March; it's going to be April 1st. So, ironically, this is coming out on April Fools. But yeah, so, yeah, they don't want to encounter these issues, especially considering it is being published on April Fools. We've been thrilled to see the incredible excitement across the board. Ultimate Endgame, blah blah blah, one of a kind, and this is gonna have the same thing, dude. There's gonna be sketches in here by various artists, etc. So the chases are great. I love it because all the slimy shops that exist out there are gonna have a harder time when it comes to like screwing over their clients, their customers, etc. Because there's a lot of those that exist out there.
Amen.
Yeah, man. Like when it came to the blind bags with like Mark Spears, the foils, people were weighing that shit. But what Mark Spears's chase was ideal, man. It was that golden ticket that everybody wanted to win, right? So you couldn't really tell if you were weighing your packs, but you knew you got a foil. And if you were one of those shop owners that were doing that, man, you're full of shit. But when it comes to the Daredevil stuff, I love it. And Marvel, I love the fact that the chase is, a comic that is gonna have some original art on it. There's gonna be a sketch on it, etc. I love that. Love that idea. I hated the rollout and how everything unfolded because man, the damages were so shit that it makes even me really hesitant on going in on this. I'm still gonna pick up some copies, but I'm gonna have the worry in the back of my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
This is going to be a hard one for me to pass on. Because I love Daredevil, and I love the idea of all these different covers coming from this new run. But yeah. What if the real April Fool's joke is it's just the same distributor that they used for the first one? Got ya. We actually don't give a shit.
That would suck.
Yeah.
No, they won't do that. I'm just kidding. They wouldn't do that. But I am glad that they are sort of kind of getting out there and saying, hey, hey guys, we screwed up. We don't want that to happen again. It's there were a lot of jokes kind of made at Marvel's expense that they weren't going to even say anything about it, and those are fun. Those are fun jokes to make, but I am glad that they did hear that, and they're trying to do something about it to avoid it. It is what it is. But I hope this is a little bit better of a run here. But I get that people are sort of getting tired of blind bags as well. But it's one of those. If you're into it, awesome. I'm getting to the point to where I will definitely I'll pick up one or two of these unless it's a character that I'm really excited about or a run that I'm really excited about. Unfortunately for my wallet, I do really love Daredevil. So I will probably be partaking again.
Yeah, but Travis, I do understand what people are saying in the chat because even for myself, dude, it sucks, man. Like buying, dude, the fucking TMNT one. Oh my god, bro, I got so many of that holiday that they're outside in the snow cover. Like I got like maybe 6 of them. I was handing them out, bro. I gave it to my kids. I gave it to. I think even Steve came over. I'm like, just take one. Like I don't even remember what I gave Steve, but I was just handing them out like candy because I got so many of that cover. That's one thing that really sucks about the blind bag, because when you sit there and you think to yourself, okay, you know what? It's a $5 buy-in, but man, I got like 6 copies. That's $30. I could have got so much better shit. I could have bought like a 1 in 25, if anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 So of course, there's a gamble here. It's exactly what it is. But right now, it's not even the gamble of getting the same covers that I'm worried about. It's mostly the gamble of, is my shit gonna come in damaged? And I will say, the blind bags, Marvel is the worst so far rollout when it comes to the blind bags. Other companies like KeenSpot and everything are amazing, amazing, but damages can still happen. Obviously to not to that extent. That was just honest. I felt like a forklift just drove right over the boxes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Um, it was brutal. I hope, because Stephanie Phillips is going to be on this one, and I saw the preview. It's available online. You guys can go check out, I think, the first 4 pages or something like that. It's looking great, man. I have faith in Stephanie Phillips. I think she's gonna do a great job with Daredevil. So I don't want to see this, suffer, and I don't want to see the title suffer because of this blind bag rollout that just happened.
I think that's something that we probably haven't really talked about is the risk to the series, right? I mean, if something like this happens again, are people going to be out on the series? I mean, maybe not, but I think when you're dealing with creative teams that are putting their blood, sweat, and tears into these series, I think you owe it to the creative teams to not let this happen again, or to try to avoid it. Look, all comic books come in damaged. They do. It doesn't matter if they're in a blind bag or not. Books come in damaged. That is a thing that happens. And if you go to a comic book shop late on a Wednesday, you know what? There's a good chance that the only ones they got left have dings in them. That's the way it goes. But it's something I didn't even think about, is that, I hope we're not jeopardizing the series and the work that the creators are putting in, by risking more bad publicity around their series based on poor shipping and poor packing and all this other stuff that's going on. I never thought about that until just now, but now I'm even more like, guys, you can't screw this up.
But that's what I was saying, man. Like, Stephanie Phillips deserves the love. Like, let's give her a shot. Let's tune into this. Like, I'm excited for that. You know what I mean? So I don't want to see it suffer because of the blind bag nonsense that ended up happening. So that's that for the blind bags. Now to take it home, man. He's absolutely right. That's right. Scott Snyder, man. Check this out.
He said a second Zoolander reference.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's absolutely right.
He says he went on I keep calling it Twitter, but X. So he brings up a point here when it comes to solicitations and stuff like that. So he was talking with Nick Dragotta, and solicits tend to ruin things coming up because the covers show things 2 or 3 months down the line. Now, that's something I do a lot of, man. When the solicitations come out, the solicits come out, I'm gonna check out the catalogs, what's up and coming, etc., because I want to be ahead of the game. And that's one thing that I recommend most of you do, all of you do, if you want to be keeping an eye out for what's up and coming, maybe know in advance type thing. So I do that. But he was saying that Jagoda was just over at his place, and we were looking at it again. We have at least 35, 40 issues planned right now, and we have an ending we're headed towards, but we keep coming up with a new story that pushes it back, which is great. I'm happy to hear that. And he says the same thing happened on American Vampire. So they're kind of looking into options. So the choices are either to not put anything on the cover that's a spoiler, which is hard on Nick Dragotta, because now you gotta like come up with ideas for covers, right, that don't involve these characters or whatever. But it's also not as fun. Or we just let a solicitor spoil stuff. When it's too big a spoiler, DC has let us redact things on covers. We did that with 10 and now with 17. So it'd go like this. We have a big twist at the end of Absolute Batman 19, which is coming out in April. That twist is already going to be on the cover of Absolute Batman 20, which comes out in May, but solicits show the cover in February. So in February, we're already going to know what is going to be taking place as of issues 19 and 20 because of the solicits, and the cover is going to pretty much spoil that. So with that being said, it kind of got me thinking, man, like how do you go against that grain? And it is a hard one to go against. Myself, dude, like I said, I'm very, very guilty for doing exactly that. I don't know, some of you that are tuning in tonight, maybe you've seen my page, you've seen something that I just posted yesterday. I'll share it with you guys very quickly. Just give me a second. I'm going to share my screen, but I was talking about what's up and coming as well. And we have an issue of DCKO that's coming out this week. But if you take a look, and I'm not even looking at solicits here, this is like well, I am, but it's not that far ahead. It's stuff that is very public knowledge. It's out there. So that's why I felt comfortable sharing it. But example, when it comes to DCKO issue number 4, here's the cover that we see. So we could see that we got Absolute Batman, Superman, and Absolute Wonder Woman here on this cover. And there's other covers as well that are showing them making their way into this. Now, are they under some kind of, mind control or whatever it may be? Who knows? But besides the point, you get where I'm going with this. It is very easy to figure out what is happening within comics way in advance. Way in advance.
Yeah. Yeah. And I it's always something that sort of has bothered me, but something that also that I've sort of felt like I don't know what we're going to do about it. I don't know how to avoid it, because you don't want the spoiler, but you kind of just learn to accept it. And I really I talked to you about this earlier today. Actually, me and you were talking about this, and I said something along the lines of, I love what Scott's trying to do here. I love Scott and Nick trying to do the best they can to make the ride as kind of organic and oh my god, like letting everybody experience the story for the first time without any spoilers. And it would be crazy cool to figure something out. And I like the idea of redacting the covers a little bit and waiting to reveal until after the previous one comes out. And I think that's cool.
Well, look, Marvel, we were just talking FOC. They've got the classified, right? But it's hard when you got to keep these characters that are going to have an impact on the story off of the cover, right? So we'll take an example. I don't know, man. First issue with Absolute Catwoman, and she's not on the cover. You know what I mean? Like, does that kind of suck? I think so. I really think so.
Yeah. Hey, it can. I don't know, man. It's just tough. Like, it just all depends on, like, are you here for are you here for the value, or are you here for the story, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with either one of those, right? Like, I think,
but it kind of takes away from the campaigning, the promoting, right? Like,
here
we go, shit's about to ramp up. Now we know we're getting, I don't know, Absolute Nightwing. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough. I mean, I don't know if you just redact it until a better time frame, like they're talking about here, where even if you're getting that spoiler, you still have, at that point you would have been able to already know. I don't know. I'm with you though. Like, I'm when you're talking about putting the character on the issue that they make their first appearance. Yeah, I get it. I don't know. Maybe you just redact all the covers all the way through, and you just put whoever you want on the front of them. You know what I mean?
Well,
it's tough.
Look at the way that they did with Absolute Batman 15. We all knew Joker was coming, but that made the hype so much better. Even though we knew he was going to be there, it's like, I think that helped the sales, and everybody will go back and go read it. And I think it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, depending on which side of the coin you're on. But I think it's pretty cool, regardless of the spoiler.
That's what I was gonna say as well, is that when you look at such a book, and now you use the Absolute Joker as an example, it totally ramps the sales, right? It gets people hyped. So that's what I mean by the campaigning, the anticipation. Like I'm okay with knowing in advance. You know what I mean? Like that's why I check. I just, like I said, I want to stay ahead of the game. Um, and I'm surrounded by great people, like within our chat example, that share a lot of information, and I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? It's like I don't see an issue with it. Sure, it kind of spoils the story, but like an example right now, the DCKO that I was showing you, issue number 4, you kind of know what's going to happen this week within the book, right? Something's going to happen that's going to tie into what we see on the cover of DCKO issue number 4. So, with that being said, it is one of those things. You, like someone said here in the chat, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I think it's great for the actual comic fan if you can, pull back a bit, maybe not show the covers, etc. Because for the sake of surprise in the read, it's going to drive people up the wall. Already, though, with these spoilers way in advance being out there, shops still aren't even upping their orders, even after they know this information. I see it firsthand, dude. I've got shops all around me where you walk in on New Comic Book Day, they barely have enough to give to their clients, dude. So I think knowing is better than actually pulling it back. I don't see an issue with it.
Yeah,
But
I
then
guess.
let's go back to the Joker. Did you think that that's what was going to be inside the book? I
No,
didn't.
but that's what I'm getting at is I knew he was coming, but
Yeah,
what's the story
you
going to
don't
be
really
about?
know.
I have no idea.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I definitely get it. I think that I think you got a really good point there with the sales and everything, and it driving it. I think for me, I'm always. I think I was probably thinking more along the lines of just as a reader, would I rather not know anything about what's happening? Would I rather just come at it organically and kind of just not go in blind? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for the enjoyment of the story, I think that would be cool. But from a pure business aspect, and for getting that as many copies of that book in the hands as in the hands of people as you can, I think you're right. I mean, I think you might benefit from that as well. So, I think you're probably right on this one. And again, I'm kind of with you. Where I'm in a lot of those same group chats, and that information never bothers me. Getting a spoiler or something like that from a series never really bothers me. Like even as I'm reading Absolute Batman, getting spoilers for stuff that happened don't really bother me. I choose to glance and move along. If it's something I'm reading actively, I'm like, okay, cool, that looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna get too much into it. I would like to know what happens to lead up. So, and for the most part, I think you guys are probably right on this. I guess I'm thinking of it as a what would I prefer versus what's probably best for the books as a whole, and the way things are probably is better the other way.
Yeah. I'm happy to hear that we all agree. Guys, that was pretty much the show. If you're catching the replay, comment below. Let us know what you guys think about that topic. I love, that Snyder comes out here on social media and has these discussions and posts these things because, man, it just goes to show that he's one of us, man. And that's something we told each other, right?
That's really what I said today. I was like, the guy is one of us, without a doubt.
I cannot wait to just bump into Snyder at a con and be like, dude, thank you. You know what I mean? Like you are one of us, man. Like everything you did clearly comes straight from the heart. And you put your heart and soul into everything you've done, dude. Whether it's Batman, you want to go back to, some of the stuff.
American Vampire.
Yeah. I didn't read American Vampire, I'll be honest with you.
So
but
good.
I totally should. But here we are now with example the Absolute stuff, and it was amazing. So I appreciate that he is posting such stuff and having these discussions amongst fans, man. He really is one of us. Guys, thank you so much again for tuning in. To you guys, both of you, of course, for joining. Steve, you're here every single week. Travis, I see you every single week as well over on Covrprice. But I'm still gonna go around the horn and ask you, man, what you got up and coming, man?
Well, man, I'm just doing my thing, dog. I'm just hanging out with you every week and talking about comic books, and that's it. And hanging out with the chat, which I love everybody here. I talk to a lot of you pretty regularly now, and it's just always a good time. So I don't know, man. reach out to me on Instagram and at TREKWARS Comics, and follow me on YouTube at TREKWARS Comics. You never know that subscriber number. Hey, we talked about the giveaway. You know, you get 50 subscribers, somebody's getting a free Absolute Superman Jim Lee variant. So yeah. It's been sitting here forever.
I put the link to your YouTube in the description of the video, hoping people subscribe.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So you never know, if enough people subscribe, maybe I'll bring the podcast back.
Yeah, it needs to.
But no. Yeah, so we'll see. We can talk about it. But yeah, man, I appreciate you having me on, man. This is fun. It's been a while, so I love hanging out with you guys, and yeah, just it's awesome, man. Thanks.
Of course, dude. Steve, you want to say goodbye to these awesome people?
Honestly, thanks for having me. Like usual, I'll be back next week again. You guys can follow me. This is Steve Comics on Instagram, and if you have any suggestions of what I should read, send me something. I'll add it to the list. I'll probably read it.
Yeah, I can read it.
We'll see what I think.
He is totally gonna read it, man. It goes without saying. The guy read 18 books today, like just like nothing, like absolutely nothing. Guys, tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern time, we go live over on Covrprice. We're bringing you guys the top 10 books of the week, and I have a feeling what I think is gonna be number one, but we shall see. Very close to 1,000 subscribers, man, and like I said, once we hit 1,000. Another giveaway show, so let's get to it. And yeah, man, thank you all for tuning in. See you tomorrow night over on the other side of town at Covrprice, man. Congratulations on the win, Steve. Well deserved.
Thank you. I'm happy.
I can't say the same to Travis.
I hate it here.
Adios, guys. Peace.
Bye.
I'm all gas, no brakes. Yara me.